What's up, Windwalkers and other specs that just can't quite as cool as Windwalker, but I guess I should still shout you out as well. Hello! How are we doing today? Today we're going to do kind of similar to what we did yesterday, but there is method to the madness. Now, I know that we did horrific visions yesterday, but we basically just did the baseline versions of them just to get the lesser corruption things. However, what came as a shock was the fact that, well, it turns out that they're not permanent in the fact that if you use a scroll to enchant your helmet, like I've done here, Lesser Void Ritual, and then you put a Gushing Wounds on it, for like maybe you want to do something like Lock and Stock, you know, get a bit more damage on that, your scrolls are basically a one-time use. This came as a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect this, to be honest. So it means I need to kind of make a, like, stockpile, I guess, in a way. Like a stockpile of these runes. Maybe not the lesser ones so much, but I need a few of these. As well as that, I want to use them on my other characters, right? And I don't want to grind them out on them, because you can transfer them. They're warbound, so that's kind of cool. So that's, like, one reason I want to go back in. But I also want to see what the difficulty's like once you start putting masks in. So I'm not going to spend like a crazy amount of time in here, just a little bit of time, see what they're like, see if the difficulty increases, see if I can actually do it, because it's kind of fun. And then we'll go back to Mythic Plus, where I break my mental and lose my mind. So that's kind of the game plan today. So let's start with some horrific visions. I think what I'm doing first is I need to do this quest where you collect Sorodormi or whatever. I don't know if this quest like goes into another quest, but I've been advised that you don't actually want to be using Sorodormi because it makes the ads have more health and stuff, so it's a lot easier to just do this solo unless you're with a party or whatever. So solo makes sense to do it, but I'm gonna try just do this quest real quickly. So I'm not sure if it's like the start of a quest, the end of a quest, or it's just like a one-time, oh, you know, cute with Sorodami and you'll be alright. But I don't think it's like that. I'm under the impression it's probably like a maybe a chain or something, but it's worth checking out. So this is what I mean by mask. So you come into the horrific visions and you got all these little things where you basically increase the difficulty of horrific visions. So we've got one, and I'm not sure how you actually get all of these. It looked like if I read them, it shows you. But we've got Mask of the Long Night. So we'll do this one. And we'll see what debuff it actually gives us. So if I put on the face of the Long Night, this means that our maximum sanity is reduced by 50%. Enemy damage and health increased by 25. That's insane. Huh? 50% less sanity. Holy moly, that's actually a huge debuff. That's the first one you get as well. So that's going to make this so much harder. The 25% health and stuff, meh. Like, that's dealable with. Because these things, it's not that hard anyway to do these. Like, the ads, well, for me anyway, because of my gear and everything, I pretty much one-shot everything anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. But the sanity is where things get really tricky, and we have to be quite efficient with this. And if anyone watched yesterday, you know how inefficient I actually am, so good luck me, I guess. Your guides are great, thanks for them. Oh, no worries, stranger. I'm glad they help. It's still not bad if you're geared. Sanity is the real boss. Yeah, sanity is the real boss, exactly. So that's what I'm concerned about, the 50% sanity loss. Like, that's the true struggle. What I've also noted is that you can't actually get past the first tier of, like, buffs you get in here this week or something like that, from what I could see. So it means you're already at disadvantage. So I'm sure there's going to be, like, a soft cap on how far you can actually get into this. But I'm already starting at 525. That is atrocious. So I'll actually have to make use of potions. I know a couple of potion locations already, off the top of my head, just from running them. I haven't really looked at anything that shows you where the potions are, which I think's fine. I think it's just like a discover as I go, rather than a let's min-max this, go to Wowhead and find out exactly how I need to do this so I can get this done efficiently as possible. Nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna go in and get this shit done. So, I mean, let's have a look. How do you get the... how do you get the Mask of the Pain, for instance? The mask is hidden in the shadows. That is absolutely useless. Thank you for the tip. Appreciated. This one, Mask of Multitudes. All must fall. Okay, so that's a little bit less ambiguous. What I imagine that means is you have to kill absolutely everything in the instance. So that kind of makes sense. Hidden in the shadows, like, the fuck? Okay, hidden in the shadows, sure, why not? That is very ambiguous. Nemesis. Oh my god, that's a long one. Splintered and divided, the Nemesis shards find their way to new avatars. A Bane of the Forest, blah, 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 blah. Fearless, overzealous, and in the way, this here of Ogrimmar. Ah, Ogrimmar. So, this one looks like I can't do it in Stormwind if I'm taking Ogrimmar as a reference here. I don't know if you can just... Can I only do Stormwind on this character? Am I locked based on my faction? The mask is hidden in wisdom, also very ambiguous, no idea what the hell that means. Located between scrutiny and steel bars. So, if I had to guess what that means, I'd say something related to the stockades, maybe? Steel bars, jails, scrutiny. I don't know, that's my first guess if I had to have a think about that. Daredevil, a hunter has claimed this mask, so I need to kill some sort of hunter. Well, the most obvious hunter would be Illyria Windrunner, but I've downed Illyria quite a few times, so it can't be that. What's this? Void has claimed this mask. I mean, the entire instance is Void, so very useful. And this one, Mask of Multitudes. Okay, we're back here. So this is like the only one that I think I pretty much understand how to get. Almost full. Like, that's pretty self-explanatory. The rest of these are all like, riddle me this. Hehe, good luck, bozo. So I don't know if, like, to try and get masks and stuff, you probably need to run it on a maskless run. That would be my thought, right? Like, so I don't know if masks are locked behind other masks, but my thought would be, if you're trying to get an almost full one, you probably play on the easiest difficulty. So I think I'll try go for the almost full one first. We take off this mask, we get full sanity, 1,000, and we make sure we down absolutely everything in this instance and see what happens. There's a dead body in the corner at the beginning. That will let you know which potion's the bad one. Yeah. So we worked out what the potions... yeah, I got a lot of help yesterday with working out which potions were bad. It's more the potion locations. I also did drink the potion next to the guy as well, because I'm actually brain dead. This week is only Stormwind for everyone. I'm assuming it rotates. Okay, so it's a rotating thing. That's kind of cool. At least we're not, like, faction locked to just Stormwind. I feel like you'd be missing out. I'm sure there's, like, some masks locked in each of the zones, so that's kind of cool. It's a mix and match. You'll unlock a mask in each zone with a mask active, I believe. Okay, that's cool. And you need one mask to unlock all the other... Okay, so we have to take a mask. Okay. Alright, so we will put on the faceless mask. This is going to be difficult, then. 500 sanity. You're going to have to, like, truly min-max this. Also, I don't see... What's her name? Samillion? Saridon? I don't care, actually. Screw it. Show me a map. Okay, show me a map. So, pathing-wise, it makes sense to always go Dwarven District, into Old Town, into Trade District, into Mage Quarter. I think I'm pretty happy with how I do Dwarven District. My pathing. Old Town as well is pretty self-explanatory. You can get Old Town done probably the fastest, I think. Trade District, I need to get better with my route here. And Mage Quarters, I'm atrocious with my route here. I've also learned that I want to always hold Touch of Death for the final boss, because you can just one-shot it really quickly. Especially the Mage Quarter, which is really awkward for melee. But if I Touch of Death it before it can bounce, that's like GG. So I want to make sure I also stand in the zones of power. Probably not... Oh, if I fail to stand in them, I reduce my damage. Okay, so I need to make sure I stand in these. Okay. I mean, this is kind of fun. It's kind of cool content. I didn't really play the BFA one, so it's not like I'm rehashing this, to be honest. I really don't think anything's changed, though. I wouldn't even be surprised if all of these masks are the exact same as they were in BFA. So best strat is to use the Long Night, then do Old Town, then you get an easier mask. Okay, so we'll start with Long Night, and we'll see how we go. Alright, Rathion. We'll switch the camera as well. We'll go full screen for this. Full screen action. So, no messing about. Alright, no messing about. Go, go, go. Yeah, so ads, like, still basically get one shot. Need to make sure I stand in that. I did stand in it, right? Yeah, I'll count that. I mean, just send coolies, right? Oh, we don't mind flate. That's bad. And then, what potion's bad this run? Black. So we don't want black. Anything but black. Okay, cool. Old Town. The best way to get to Old Town is up here. Please save my son. Fuck your son. He's dead, bro. Do not care for him right now. Alright. Pretty good. We'll make sure we just send all of these void things. But I need to be fast. I don't know if we can go for the kill all here. I don't... See, I think we're limited by how much buffs we can get from the... Is it like a tree, I guess you call it? Like what's even this thing called? Like the visions tree, basically. We're kind of locked, so we don't get a lot of buffs here. Brainwash gnomes, dead, GG. Oh, tumors. Alright, so this is where we need to get faster, because this is where things get a bit difficult, so... And the bomb pathing's important as well. I like to go up. I think there's also a potion around here. Oh, can I spot it? Can I spot it? No, it wasn't here, was it? It was over around this corner. Oh, please die. Place the bomb. Okay, we got the bomb. Mini boss over here, so we'll send everything. Well, it's not even like a mini boss, but it's a big boy. Bomber. We got that bomb, yeah? And then there's a bomb over here. Oh god, I need more movement. I'm out of rolls. Pharrell, no idea what you do, but get him down. Oh, there's the potion. Okay, there's the potion in the corner that I was talking about, and it is blue. So blue is going to be good in some way. I have no idea what that did for me, but it did not give me sanity, and I'm stuck. GG. It must have given me like a buff or something instead then. I just can't tell what it is right now, and I'm not gonna bother looking. I mean, I can try look. Maybe experimental destabilization? We're already on 170 sanity. Oh my god. That is atrocious. And this is probably the second easiest zone, to be honest. Oh, we got that bomb. So I think I'm going to have to make it go down all the way to the bottom. Detonate this, and then run up to where the boss spawns, and then activate. So the boss spawns about here, right? And then... Wait, he's spawning in 3, 2, 1... Sanity orb up. Oh, do not detonate on me. I need to stay inside of this. Oh, you got a bit more health than usual, Deep Forge. Alright, make sure we get all the sanity we can get. Any potions around here? Not that I can see, not off the top of my head. Oh, keep going. Tumors. Get them dead. Rats. Lots of rats. We don't care about rats. I mean, we kind of do. Our slicing wins them. Cool. How did you survive that, bro? Oh, hi, Valeria. Valeria? Yeah, Valeria. Oh, my God. Okay, we need to make sure that we don't get Leadenfoot too badly. So, Terranson has to die first. Oh. So we got sanity off of that. That's cool. I see no potions over here, so just keep going. The Terranson gives me the key to get into the Matthias Shore. The downside is that I've already used... Oh, potion. And it's green. Okay, green's good. So we know potion... Oh, there's 2 potions next to each other. Oh, it's black. Okay, so green gives me sanity this run. Got to look out for green. Right, so we know a few potion locations. I also think there's something behind this barrel. Yeah, another potion. Amazing. What is it? What color is that? Oh, it's black. Another oh my god, this place is chock-a-block and potions. Drink the blue one. We have 45 seconds till Touch of Death comes up. I shouldn't have used it. This is what I mean, because I can probably one-shot Matthias. What do I do here to make sure that I can one-shot him? Alright, Valeria will open the doors. 30 seconds still. Okay. As a result, I'm just going to go back and nuke these guys real quick so I can quickly... Oh, biggest slicing winds you've ever seen. Any potions? There is a potion here. Okay, so not a bad idea to come back here quickly. There's so many potions around these parts. Drink green, drink red. Holy, can this drink faster? Good sanity. Oh my god. So many potions. Drink red. We'll drink red again. What is it giving me? Sickening potion. That doesn't sound good. Take 5% less damage. Okay, that's fine. 5% less damage is good. And we got touch of death back up. So we want to try one shot. Oh, he went invisible just as I tried to one-shot him. No, sanity. I'm going to have to drink it now. Oh, we were just a little bit too slow. So I really didn't want to pop this right now. Okay, we're in the sanity potion. If I go back here and go straight down, but that's probably going to save time. All right, go. So we'll go straight down, trade districts. I don't really know the pathing, though. That's the only issue. Group these all up. Oh. Keep going. Alright, dead tumors. Find a dead tumor. Good job, Zune. We've got one more application of sanity left. That's really bad. And I'm in such an awful spot for this. Oh, I need to mount up. I just need to mount up. Oh, it looks like mounts don't have leaden feet. That's kind of cool. Appendage. They take ages. Try slicing winds all the way to the end. Nice. Is that going to lose me sanity? Probably, yeah. I'm just looking out for potions. Potions are so important. I don't see anything. So it looks like the trade district is the best. No, not the trade district. I don't even know what it's called. Oh, there's a potion over there. Try and nuke this guy. Probably don't even need to use Touch of Death here. Probably should have used Touch of Death here. Oh no, I lost so much sanity off of that. I don't think I can do the Mage Quarter now. I just don't think I have enough time. Maybe this gives me something good? I'm going to have to use my Sanity Restoration Orb as well. Alright, let's have a think about this. I cannot do the Mage Quarter. It's too long. Oh, that's so annoying. Could I have played it better? I mean, they're so tight on time. I mean, let's say I didn't lose all my sanity here. Even then, it would be extremely tight. Right, go up here. Get these ones. Any potions? Any potions? Anybody? Any potions? Nope. Did that not activate? Oh my god, it didn't even click. And then up and around. Up and around feels bad, but I think... Okay, there is a potion here, but it looks black. Not great. I wonder if potion spawns are, like, fixed, so there'll always be a... Who are we fighting? Yeah, I wonder if potion spawns are, like, fixed, so there'll always be a black potion there, if it changes based on which is the bad one. Alright, nuke this guy. There's a horseshoe here. Blue potion's good. Yeah, I just don't have enough sanity to do the Mage Quarter. Blue potion. Another blue potion. So this gives me... This isn't the sickness, is it? Who knows? And a horseshoe? I guess we'll collect this. Cool. And then I think we have to go back. Where's the portal, though? Wait, we're not finished. Oh my god, we're not finished. We're not finished. Oh, there was another thing here. How'd I miss it? I need to be so fast then. I need to literally get back so quickly to even complete this, potentially. Should be okay. I have Touch of Death for Illyria. I just cannot let her cast anything on me. So I'll need to nuke her. I'm not even gonna, like... I need to kill these guys quick to get in, start the RP.
Do not listen to the whispers.
Alright, she has eyes and stuff. I just need to make sure I nuke her. I'll send you a weak aura for potions. Oh, okay, that's cool. That would be helpful. Oh, she has too much health. It's going to be hard. I need to stand inside of this. No, my sanity. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I should have moved out. I just thought to myself that I have so little sanity. If I don't nuke, I don't win. Oh, I probably don't get anything for that then. Don't look at me like that, Illyria. Get out of here. What do we get then? Do we get anything? Oh, we got a mask. Huh? For what? Okay. Never mind then. That's good. We won. Maybe it's like an easier mask as well. Yes, we killed... Okay, I don't know why these people are all here. We can kill anyone. You completed Old Town with a mask active. That one gives you 2 times madness per zone. Oh dear god. But maybe that's easier. So here's what I mean though by this vision upgrade tree. I cannot go further. So you're literally like... You basically start off... Basically I'm super limited by how much like extra value I can get. So I always start with less sanity. My sanity drain's like not as high. Like this kind of sucks a little bit that this is time gated. Because it means that the entire thing's hard. But I kind of don't mind hard. And we've got a lot of fragments. So I'm happy. Check Discord. Okie dokie. Let's import this then. Play my game for me. Soon this weak aura will not be allowed with what Blizzard are trying to change in the game. Don't worry about it too much. Thanks for that, Sol. Appreciate it. Yeah, potions are like super important. I have come to realize. So you select the poison. Right, I need to move this. This is kind of in an awkward spot. So I'll put it over here. I only have 1 party frame active. So if I select the poison, then maybe I need to reload because it's gone into block characters. I'm trying to do a 5 mask run at the moment, and it's so hard. 5 mask. Is that even possible? As my madness and torment is not enough. So is this the... I'm trying to remember which one this was. Was this the one in the shadows? Or this wasn't almost full. So if we put on Mask of the Pained, renders the wearer prone to additional simultaneous madnesses, increases corrupted mementos, enemy damage and health increased. Wow, okay. Increased madnesses. What does that even mean? Because it still says there's only 1 madness per. Does it just stack them then? That's insane if it does. Alright, we'll try use this potion thing. That should help a little bit.
Do you trust me?
We run it back. We run it back. Right, so you get 2 madnesses per. That is insane. Okay. So Leaden Foot and Scorched. Right. Right, and I get a madness already here. That is horrendous. That is actually straight illegal. Okay, so the bad potion is purple, so we press purple. Right, so this tells me what each potion does. That's kind of useful.
Save my son.
So we're looking for black potions. What is this? I got fire under me. We need to get in this for the damage, but then I'm getting Mind Flayed, so I've probably lost some sanity off of that. Amazing. And then do I just mount up? Am I not mounting up enough? So I don't think I really care about anything but black. I mean, the others are good. Don't get me wrong. Open this quickly before they get to me. Nice. Huge time save. And then I'm just going to ignore the tumors. I think I spent too long hitting them. Potion? All right, there's a potion over here. You are black, so that's sanity. Huge. All right, just start nuking stuff. There's 2 potions in the corner there. Wow, I feel like every time I do this, I find like 20 new potions in locations I didn't know existed. So blue gives us fire breath. We can get double fire breath then. So is that 20 minutes of fire breath? So I probably don't need to pick up any more blue ones. Yeah, if it's 20 minutes, I don't need to pick up any more blue ones. Red is 2% healing. It's trying to find the balance of picking up potions, but actually completing the stuff with my sanity. Nice. One shot them. Place the bomb. Bomb, but... potion over there. What color are you? Purple. We don't like purple. Who are you? Can you stop? So I guess what I'm trying to work out, are potions in fixed locations, or do they change per run? So that makes a big difference. How much sanity do I have? Not a lot. Okay. Gonna touch of death you. Any potions over here? Not that I can see. I've got leaden feet. Stand still for 1 second. That did nothing. Thank you, game. Yo, 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 Dancer, how you doing? We are currently trying to do corrupted visions for a bit, just for fun. Also get mementos. So I'm literally at the exact same spot I was last time, except I've got more sanity this time, which is kind of crazy. I missed one. No. Oh, that's such a time loss. What is this? It's me. But bad? Why is it following me? Piss off. So it looks like a spooky ghost that I can't touch. There might be something over here, like potion-wise. I just need to make sure I can check it out. Yeah, so there's a green potion, so that's more defense. And if I'm already going to use a sanity pot thing, the sanity circle, I might as well spend a bit of time grabbing some extra potions. I need to make sure I just get back there, though. So I need to fight him inside of this. Oh my god, you've already done a good job. Good gnome. Alright, pull him. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You! Come here! Who's this? Kelsey Steelspark. You are screwing my run right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am tilted. Oh my god. That was a complete whiff. I should have gone on top of him then. I didn't realize he wasn't going to pull towards. I should have taunted. I should have taunted. Obviously, I should have taunted. Alright. Once again, I don't think there's any potions outside of the zones. I think they're all in. We'll do a fat slicing winds for distance. Just reading up on Mythic Lock and Stock with the eye level boost, it does look really easy. How do you like the visions? I actually think they're really fun. I never really did them in BFA, but they are quite enjoyable. Very challenging, though. I think it'll take some practice to actually learn what's going on. But the difficulty has increased so much. In terms of Lock and Stock, yeah, it has, I mean, with all the nerfs and the health buffs and everything, yeah, it has gotten a hell of a lot easier. So at least that, right? It's still like a challenging fight. You still need to get all the mind soaks and everything and make sure you don't stand in anything. Like, if you stand in a beam still, you will just get one shot. Like, things like that haven't changed. But for things like the rockets, so like there were rockets that, oh, am I dead here? And you get this potion, it's black. Black gives me good stuff. No, who are you? Drink, 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 drink. No, it's too slow. Oh, there was a light hunter there. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, Lock and Stock's like... It's easier to kill him faster, so you basically completely... Why am I still alive? I'm not. You completely negate, like, P3. Or you should be able to negate P3, which was the hardest part of the fight, where you had the one-shot orbs. But now, because of the damage and the nerfs to him, you should be able to kill him in P3, or just before P3 starts, but you shouldn't have to get the orbs, which makes the fight a lot simpler. They also nerfed the rockets, right? Like, rockets used to be insanely punishing if you got hit by one during the switchovers and stuff. They nerfed that, so you shouldn't get one shot. I mean, you still need to dodge him, but you shouldn't get one shot anymore. But you still need, like, if you're still progging it and stuff, then you still need people to, like, learn how to do their mine positions and stuff and get in the, like, mindset of which one's my mine. And there's still a lot of things with, like, ranged, right? Range needs to, like, learn their drill rotations, getting to their positions and stuff. So that part of the fight's still hard, but it doesn't go on for as long, so there's less to learn, less mindset. I think for my guild, the hardest part will be getting the knockback right. Yeah, I mean, you basically have the knockback and then you have a Warlock portal. So one half gets knocked back and the other half gets Warlock portaled. Definitely easier with the Warlock portal because you get knocked back into it. You press your portal, whatever the toy is, and then you instantly go to the side. But for the knockback, yeah, you kind of like getting knocked into a direction, then need to get to the conveyor belt ASAP before you start taking ticking damage. As a Windwalker, what I like to do... I mean, I can get the... Hold on. I don't know if I did it in my video, but I'll show you what a really good thing to do as a Windwalker on this fight, so you completely negate that mechanic entirely. Where is Lock and Stock? Oh, I have too many videos. No, I don't want to listen to my own voice. Stop. Oh god, that looks really useful, doesn't it? Very HD. Is it... Do I actually get the mechanic here? Yeah, so I get launched first. So you get launched first, and you basically stand here, or whatever, but you can see everyone gets knocked about. But for Windwalker, it doesn't really matter where you get knocked, because you're going to pre-place a Transcendence over here. I mean, this is a bit far back. You can probably place it here. And the moment you land, you just Transcendence, and you negate this entire thing, so you don't have to worry about it at all. I definitely recommend doing that, even if you're any sort of monk. It's weird because I see no other monks doing it in my guild, but like, I mean, you can get there without dying easy, but it just like removes all the hassle of it. Yeah, I do that. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, you just Transcendence. It is a good strategy for lock and stock. It doesn't work though if you're on the portal side, but you don't need it if you're on the portal side, if that makes sense. Like the portal side, you're getting there anyway. It just means that you're not dealing with having to run over the electrified field and you have to waste a defensive there. Because you shouldn't have to defensive there at all. What is the Vision's weak aura I'm using? Oh, it is just a potions weak aura that Salt gave me about like 10 minutes ago. I can put it in the chat. I think it's probably from Wagyo. Let me see if I can find it. Horrific Vision's potion. I think all it does... yeah, here it is. All it does is it basically, when you go into the instance and you work out which potion's bad, you click that potion, the poison one, and then it just tells you what all the other potions do. So it's just, I guess, like, it doesn't, like, show you where the potions are or stuff, but it just shows you what each potion will do for your current run. So it is useful. So it means, like, look out for the black ones, for instance, if they give you sanity or stuff like that. And I think the other good thing about it is it shows you the timers, for instance. So if I get 2 red potions, it gives me 20 minutes of healing. So I don't need to pick up any more red potions, because that's just a time loss. I'm not going to be in there for longer than 20 minutes, right? I mean, hopefully. Let me post... What chat was that in? I think it was in... Yeah. There you are. Good morning, fellow monkey. Good morning, Reefing92. How you doing? The real hell is getting everybody's weak aura to work. Yeah, I mean, I think the best one for lock and stock has to be the liquid one, right? I mean, I haven't looked at any other versions of them, but like, just this, right? This little map here makes it so easy to know where your position is. I mean, eventually you'll learn roughly which one you should be on, but sometimes if someone dies, people's positions change. And every time before a mindset comes in, you just look at this little map, you look for your name's not there, good, keep hitting boss. Your name's there, you just, like, make sure you know how to get there in advance and stuff. This weak aura is, like, amazing. But I have, like, sometimes people do have it broken and stuff. I don't know what breaks it, but it really helps trivialize the mindsets. How goes the visions? They're going. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning. We got that one too, but for some reason people say it doesn't work. But between you and me, I think they just either don't look or haven't updated them all. Probably more of a haven't updated angle. Because whenever we've had people that don't work and stuff, I think that we then wait a pull or wait and they'll update their weak auras and stuff. And then they'll be working again. I mean, the biggest issue with the anchors, right, is that you need to update them quite regularly. Maybe not so much anymore, but whenever they get an update, if you haven't updated them to what the rest of your raid is, it can completely mess with them because there'll be changes and stuff under the hood that you all need to sync up for. So, I mean, you can always check with the aura checker if people have updated, and then call them out. Be like, oi, update your Liberation of the Undermine. And then you're good. But very useful for locking, stocking, pocking, docking. What are these tributes? They keep ramping up, but I have no idea what these are. Okay, so they upgrade if I get potions. This one's my best one. No, it's not my best one. This is if I kill bosses. And this must be ads then, right? Yeah, killing ads, obviously my highest one. And then extermination. Oh, elite minions. Okay, so I don't know what these tributes do, but we're ramping them slowly. Slowly but surely. Back in we go. Waiting for my raid today, and then 3 plus 11. Plus 11, what, is in Mythic Plus? 3 plus 11s. I'm going to do some Mythic Plus in a bit. I'm going to lose my mind. I can't wait. Hopefully I'll be playing with some pre-mades tomorrow, though. I think everybody is available. I need to double check. But I think if I ever have a shot of doing this Priory, it's going to be with a pre-made, right? Oh, can you imagine a pre-made with a resilient key? Oh my god. So, green potion's bad. Right? Yeah, green potion's poison. Yeah, green potion's poison, sure. So I need to be fast. I mean, it's a little bit of being fast, but also not being stupid. And I feel like I'm doing the fast bit okay, but the not being stupid bit, I'm failing out really hard. Oh, potion. So blue's defensive, so that's fine, but I really want sanity. Yeah, I mean, generally, like, you'll always, like, have weak core issues, right? Like, I think that's, like, like, last tier, like, Brood Twister, you'd, like, joke about having the weak aura boss. It was harder to get the weak auras and everything set up than it was to kill the boss eventually. Because if someone's, like, egg macro or whatever wasn't working, good luck. Good luck. And then you'd have to work out what was causing it not to work, and it, yeah. Oh, so that's poison. I probably need to make more use out of slicing winds as well, and start using it more as a mobility. So we got black over here. And there's no potion here this time, so the potion locations do change. That is not great. Purple is healing. I guess we take healing. But my sanity's already half. Green's poison, we don't want that. Try slicing winds all of this. Oh, we'll touch of death this. Probably not worth it. Yeah, so already on like lows. Who are you? Oh, it's me. Ah, no, stop. Who is this? What is going on? Oh, I'm going to tweet. I've just lost about 100 sanity just trying to pop 2 bombs because of an invisible unit. Okay, we place those bombs. Harel's rough. We'll try bring him into this. And we'll do conduit as well. But we're going to have to pop our sanity so early. Bad clone in front of me. Not great. Can I bring a piece it? Does that work? Is that real? Does not work. Okay, noted. Noted. I mean, my sanity's so low, right? I don't think I'm going to be able to use it before the boss unless we find a red potion, like right now, like yesterday. We don't. Okay, I'm just going to pop it here then. Can you guys stop? This feels like the Priory. Please get in here. Actual Priory ads. Oh my god, I'm not leaving the sanity thing. I'll just take the shots. Maybe look for a potion whilst we're here. I don't see any. Ah, that's so bad. We've already used one sanity thing before we've even got to the boss. The only time save here is that we have Touch of Death for the actual boss. Are you doing mask runs? Yeah, right now I'm on 2 masks right now. I'm seeing how I go. Alright, send it. We can probably save time here if we can get a good Touch of Death. Yeah, alright. Really fast boss. Really fast boss. I need to make sure I keep mounting up. I keep forgetting. Alright, we'll take the rats with us. Come on, boys. Just me and the boys doing a corrupted vision. Alright, we'll try slicing winds all this. Nice. So we need to kill this mini-boss to... What the hell was that? I can still hit from here? Yes, I can. Nice. So that was a good sanity save. 2% healing. Oh, where are all of these good potions? Another... Hello, red potions? Do you exist in my run? What is the... I keep getting disorientated. No, we don't need that. We have healing for 20 minutes. Black potion, fire breath, don't care. Okay, red potions don't exist in this run, by the way. Confirmed. What is this? Can I get through the gap? Okay, you can get through the gap. Oh, we're on 62 sanity. I got a pop. I got a pop. I got a pop. Try pull these in at least. Oh, yes, of course, they're casters. Why not? Lost them? Okay, they don't care about getting lost. Sure. What is this shit? Oh my god, they're all casters. Save Touch of Death. Do not touch death here or you're trolling. Okay, cool. Disorientated. Great game. Love it. Perma disorientated. Oh, I touch a death. Oh, I'm so stupid. All right, I think this is a GG. I think this is... I don't even think I can do all of the things. Green is poison. Red doesn't exist. Can I even kill him like this? Oh, it's gonna be rough. Maybe if we nuke him down fast enough. No. We got all these eyes. Please stop. But what the fuck is this? Huh? What is that? How do you deal with the eyes? You have to be careful, buddy.
It seems that you are able to withstand the visions for longer than before.
I mean, yeah, not wrong.
Excursion prepares.
Ooh, box labeled Danger Void Rat inside. I have a Void Rat now. Yoink. Oh, you face away from the eyes. So don't look directly into them. That makes sense. That does make sense. You can give me a secret reaping. I'll keep your secret. Stays just between us, though, yeah? If facing them, they just channel insanity drain. Okay, I didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that you didn't want to look at them. So they take, like, no damage as well. I thought it was just a nuke Matthias before the eyes kill you. Yeah, I can, Dancer. If I can find it. There you go, my dude. Thank you for the follows, Blackthorn08 and Stoolmatrollen. I said that so badly, but I'm sure you know who you are. I think the hardest part is the range not messing up the drills, Sprocket. Yeah, I mean, for melee, Sprocket is like the easiest fight ever, right? You just turn your brain off, just dodge stuff, and make sure you do your mine correctly. Like, it's a completely different fight for ranged. And until you're ranged, get the fight, and know how to do drills, you're not going to kill the boss, right? So you're basically just waiting for your range to basically be comfortable playing the boss. Because there's generally nothing you can do outside of that. It's a much harder fight for them. But it's generally the drills, but it's also things like if you have like priests and stuff like that, just being able to get to their position for mines as well, because usually range have to do like the most awkward ones. And if they're in like poor positions or they struggle to get there in time, that can also end up causing wipes because it just slows down the mine mechanic. So it's just like a chain reaction. It's basically, you'll get it once your range get it, basically. I mean, the entire tier, I think, is harder for ranged than melee.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
I don't even know if there's... I'm trying to think, is there a boss that I think is actually harder for melee than ranged? Not really. I mean, a lot of them are on par with each other, but like, One-Armed Bandit, for instance, I think is harder for ranged. They have like the additional mechanic of having to move out. Mugsy... I don't know, I think Mugsy's about the same. What's bad? Red is bad. We don't want red. Red is poison, so that means we love blue. What's the point of putting on the mask for this? Challenges, I think? I'm sure there's like some cosmetic rewards you get. I do not care about those at all, but challenges? That's all I can genuinely think of. Is it's just more challenging. But I'm sure to some extent there's probably like some sort of like benefit to doing it. Like you can get more, I don't know, cosmetic stuff if you like mounts and stuff. Did they just cancel my conduit? There's no way, dude. Cancelled conduit in my void vision. Okay. So far we've found 3 potions and they're all poisoned. Pink is okay. Pink's good. It just takes so long to drink all of these. Like, it adds time. Black is healing. We don't mind that. We'll take a little bit of extra healing. Can we pull Horel into these to save time? Efficient time skip? Efficient time skip. Okay, now we're cooking. Uh-oh. I'm so scared of getting hit by anything, because, like, loads of abilities just lose you sanity. Like this. I don't even know what I dashed into. Probably my own clone. Blue potion over there. Blue potion! We love those. Green potion? We love those. Like, just even, like, an 100+ sanity is so big. That gives me, like, an extra 30 seconds, probably. I wish Blizzard would fix the conduit bug. Yeah. I don't know if they will. I mean, it's wishful thinking. Maybe eventually. I mean, they were able to fix the Unity Within bug, so maybe eventually they'll fix the channeling cancel. But I'm sure it's a much harder bug to fix. Because it doesn't just affect Windwalkers, it affects a lot of classes that channel. I think Warlock's one of them that it affects. So it's not just like a Windwalker issue, it's like something bigger, which means it's a lot harder to fix. But it is a shame, because I think probably maybe we suffer the most from it. I mean, I can't speak for other classes, but it is a very, very useful ability for us. Kind of a good ability that you don't want cancelling, but eh. Come on, boss. Come on, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna one-shot you. Beautiful. No potions over here. Let's just keep going. So this is my best time so far. I haven't had to use a single sanity restoration thing yet. Although we have nothing for the next mini-boss here. So I need to be very careful. I might even sanity restoration orb now. So I can't risk getting killed by Terrasin. Come over here. Now I'm in the sanity orb. It's not... Actually, that's... Why did I bait you in here? Can I pop a defensive and then we're okay? Nothing about that felt good. But my sanity is now full, so actually that was really good. Green is good. And there's blue over here. This overcaps me on sanity, but I think it's fine. And black is good. I mean, we're on a really good run right now. If we can just keep finding blue potions, we should be bing chilling. Okay, disorientated, lost half my sanity. GG. Okay, red's over there. I just need to be fast here. Slicing winds, try to get these down. I think just conduit. Conduit to be safe. Get the ball rolling. And then fight this guy. And then make sure we don't look at the eyes. Don't look at the eyes, you stupid monk. Black potion, 2% healing. But we've already got that at 20 minutes. We don't need it. Alright. Good spawn here for me. Alright, we need to be careful here. Just don't look at the eyes. Don't look at the eyes. Bad eyes. I mean, try and nuke him down anyway, but don't look at the eyes. We're not looking. I can't see you. Oh, okay. Just keep spinning. Keep spinning. Don't look. Don't look. Sure, come over here. Come on, get a touch of death, prop. Nice. Okay, that's how you do that. That's really good. And then we'll take the portal, I think, is the fastest way.
I suggest you do the same. Watch your back.
Stand in that for extra damage. Kill all of this. Oh, the tumors. So we're on 165. I need to use it soon. Why am I stunned? Huh? Game? Okay, Dark Delusions and Scorched Feet. Okay. I should have mounted up for this. I wasted so much time by not mounting. Blue Potion. Huge. It means I don't have to use Sanity Restoration for a little bit. Pink's over the... Purple's over there. That's defense, but I just don't care enough for the time loss. Okay, nuke that down as fast as possible. That's really good. And then to the middle of the room. I mean, I'll try pull this as well whilst I'm at it. Like, I need to start, like, pulling stuff early. Early and often. Like, Slicing Winds is so good here. Like, it kills a lot of things instantly. What? Was my sanity that low? Oh, I shouldn't have greed. I should have used the sanity thing. It put the chains on me, and at that point I was dead. Oh my god, it was such a good run. What's the add-on you use to set up your cooldowns on fights? I assume you're talking about raid bosses, right? Hold on, I need to change music as well. I'm not vibing with this. Yeah, if Change of Servitude gets you to the mob instantly, how do you avoid Change of Servitude then? Can I CC these elites? I haven't been trying because I just assume you can't CC them. So the add-on that I use for cooldowns for raid is called Timeline Reminders, and it's part of the Liquid raid pack, I suppose. This one's like behind a Patreon, so you do have to like pay for it, but it's like 1 Patreon sub per guild kind of thing. So it's not like awful, but it is still paid for, which yeah. However, you can, if you want to set up like these same timers, let's say you want to export my Sprocketmonger lock and stock timers. So you can get these from like the Discord, for instance. So you copy those from the Discord, and then if you use Method Raid Tools, which is free, you can go to their reminders, which is basically a copy and paste of the timeline. You'd then go to lock and stock, Mythic, and then you would go import from note, paste that in, add to reminders, and then my timer should all be there. Although it looks like some come uncategorized. I'm not sure what that is. I don't actually think that's a real thing. Hold on. I only have... Yeah, so that... I don't know what the uncategorized thing is. Maybe it's the hold cooldowns until intermission? Yeah, okay, so it looks like it doesn't paste in actual personal notes, right? Like, hold cooldowns, maybe. It doesn't like that. So, in that case, I would just probably copy that from the actual note itself. Like the import note that you're putting in, you just look for the hold cooldowns until intermission, find the time of that, 2:01, and then paste it in. I think that should work like that, but defenses and stuff, it looks like it's fine putting in. Maybe it's just the actual, like, written notes it doesn't like. You can have a fiddle around with this. This is basically a free version of that. And I think all you have to do is enable it, and it should work in the fights. I haven't actually run it. If I test it, does that work? Doesn't seem to like that. Doesn't seem to like that. I mean, alternatively, I think you can literally just paste it in your note. I think this is a way that a lot of people have been doing it. If you paste it in your note, enable the note, and then you get K's MRT, that should work as well. K's MRT should work for it. So I think, I don't know, because I haven't really had to mess around with this reminders, but it doesn't seem to like it so much with the message. I guess the more tedious way to do this would be to copy it over and then literally get rid of the message and instead like put your own thing. So if this was Touch of Karma, I put Touch of Karma, right? And then I remove the message, save it, and now that should be Touch of Karma. Yeah, then it says Touch of Karma. But it doesn't look like it speaks to you. Why? Oh, because there's no voice. Right, so a lot of this doesn't actually come across. That's kind of bad. I didn't realize that. You have to actually set it up. So now Amy will talk to me. Amy's... Oh no, Amy is talking to me. But this doesn't look... This looks like you need to probably build it from the ground up then, rather than copying it over. Then in that case, then I'd probably just put it into a note, right? If you have a note and then you paste it in, you should be able to use K's MRT. As long as you set it to the boss. You have to actually set it to a boss. And then during that boss fight, it should pop up, or you have to set it to a personal note. I haven't used K's in a while, like since last tier. But I'm pretty sure that's what most people do, is that they'll paste the note into their note and then use the weak or a K's MRTs, have it speak to them. Because not everyone buys timeline reminders, right? Because it costs money. What's stopping you from being a sexy brew like me? The sexy part, I think. I mean, once I've got that down on lock, I reckon I can probably play Brewmaster, but I don't know if you can gain sexiness as time goes on. I mean, I'm trying, right? I'm trying, but it's the one thing holding me back. But once I've got that down on lock, I can be a Brewmaster monk. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Are you inept McFlaccid? What does that even mean? Morning, brother. How's the stream going? It's going all right. We've been trying these visions. I think I'll do one more run. We'll do the one more run. See if we can get any more masks from it. Then I'm going to go do Mythic Plus. I think, like, probably, like, going forward, I'll just do, like, an hour or so of Horrific Visions, just for, like, something different on the streams. It's kind of fun, and it's learning, but I don't want to spend, like, the entire time doing Horrific Visions. But I think ever since I did the underpin challenge the past couple of streams, I've really enjoyed like doing something else that's like a little bit challenging. And this to me is like challenging solo content, so I kind of like it.
Stormwind City, a bastion of the holy light.
I just started raiding again and messing up cooldowns on one-armed bandit, mug, and galley in P3. Yeah, so P3 is a tough one for Gallywix in particular, because I don't actually have any cooldowns for that at all. And I don't know, I think Gallywix P3 is a tough one. Other than, like, Transcendence placing, the entire part of this fight after you get into, I guess P2 onwards, is all reactive, right? The entire thing is just fully reactive. Like, you're not popping defensives unless you get hit by, like, big circle mechanic, or you mess up or roll into, like, one of the electric fields, or you have to go through something. So there's no, in my mind, I don't think there's any set defensives for this entire part. I think it's actually more of a hindrance to probably set a defensive. Because most things are all avoidable damage. Like, the run out is avoidable if you get far enough. I mean, unless you're doing, like, a soak. If you're doing, like, a frontal soak, then maybe a defensive. But I'm not part of any of the soak groups. Unless someone dies and I'm a backup, right? But then at that point, for me, there's no point me having a cooldown set. I usually just use all my defensives reactively in this part. It's probably the only boss where I use reactive defensives. If we look at, like, Muggsy, for instance, you can see, like, defensives literally on cooldown everywhere. One-armed bandit as well, but kind of the same thing. I have defensives all lined up for every set until you get to the final part of the fight, and then once again, it's kind of reactive, right? Because you're not going to pop a defensive unless you get the beam, or I guess if you're near a pylon or getting knocked back or something, because you're not getting any of the range mechanics. Most of it's avoidable damage. Oh, I missed ads not having full stack. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, being able to get, like, good lightning stacks for that part is pretty important. It's why you can still, like, reliably take lightning, because in P2 there are ads, right? If there were just ads in P1, it's a little bit awkward. But even then, I'd probably still take lightning, because I'm a greedy goblin that loves to pad. I didn't prog the fight, so it's hard to pay attention to the timers. I get you. Coming into a fight that you haven't progged, yeah. And then you're like, everybody else has already learnt when they send their timers and stuff. Yeah, I've been there. It is a roughie. Hello, Mathilda. I probably said that name atrociously, but hello. When can we get Greater Head enchants? I think it's next week or the week after. I'm not actually sure off the top of my head. Pun not intended, but kind of funny. It'll either be next week or the week after. I heard mixed messages. But I'm probably sure they're going to be on the same system, right? Where they're going to cost more currency and it's going to be one-time use. So it's not a bad idea to start doing, like, some of these runs now. Just for the currency, right? So that you're not, like, playing catch-up. Although, granted, they are harder this week because you don't get as many of the talent tree buffs. Okay, cool. We got a cash straight off the bat. We love that for me. And the bad vial is green. Thank you for the follow and the sub, Akuna. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that was 5. I'll give you one more. Thank you. Oh, no, but honestly, that's really kind of you. Thank you so much. So we want red. I always find that trying to find the red sanity ones are the hardest. I actually don't know if it's just a mental thing. Like, look at this. You got green, you got purple, you got another blue over here, but... Oh, green's poison. Don't take that. That is bad. Yeah, I always find that red potions, I think, when they're the sanity ones, are my hardest ones to spot. Although I haven't done that many runs. So there'll be a green one over here, right? But it'll be... No, it's not. Oh, because I'm not in the zone yet. Holy shit, I'm so far behind where I need to be. Run. You don't have to do this. Resist. Fight back. Get out of here. I'm just going to ring a piece them so I can guarantee opening the door, and I'll let them chase me down. Yeah, so this is the one I'm talking about. There should just be a green. Yeah, so a poison one over there. I'm really hoping I can find a red one soon. Green in the corner. Nothing in that corner. Black over there. Black Black's Fire Breath, and I'm going to be honest, I think that's bad, so I'm not even going to waste my time with it. Pull the mini-boss. Okay, we found a red one. That's actually huge. It was in a very hidden spot. Oh, I'm going to touch a Death You because I don't have time to dodge. Big sanity gains. And I've realized that I've forgotten to place every single bomb. Okay. Really? Every single one? You are kidding. Wait, there's one over... Oh my god. So you know that sanity that I just gained? Yeah. We can forget about that. I don't know if there's ever a world where you go down bottom for... Wait, there's a red one right here. Huh? Am I this blind? Okay, so far 2 reds. Get the bomb here. We got cooldowns for this, so send real quick. So this is still a good run, I'd say. Mostly because of where our sanity's at. I just got knocked back by something. Cool. Invisible knockback, sure. And then every time I'm like doing a bomb, I'm just trying to look around for potions, but I don't see any right now. Blue is defense. I guess that's fine. But if it's not sanity, I don't really care. I'll be honest. Like, 'cause I'm not really dying to damage. I'm dying because I lose all my sanity. What's that? What's that over there? Black. We just don't care about black potions. And there's no potions over here. We'll just nuke this guy down really quickly. In fact, I may even hold my Touch of Death for the next mini-boss. This guy just got nuked, right? He got rinsed, taken to the cleaner. But the next mini-boss is a little bit tougher. Tougher in the sense that it's a little bit melee unfriendly. So it does this big Blade Storm. And if it's Blade Storming, what can I do? Oh, beautiful. Alright, so this is the one I'm talking about, Terracin. If I can try and nuke Terracin down before it starts Blade Storming, I'm in a good spot. Hello? My Terracin's bugged. Huh? What is this? Oh my god, it's you, Valera. You are trolling me. What are you doing back? I need to move this somewhere more central, I think. Being in the top left corner is not great for tracking sanity. I just ran out there. Oh my god. My logs are okay, but I definitely didn't like my cooldowns on the last 3 first kills. So there's another issue as well at the moment, is that because we're constantly getting stronger, like the strats for cooldowns and stuff pretty much change almost week to week, depending on what strat you're doing. So like One-Armed Bandit initially was a longer fight, now you skip some sets. Potentially in a couple of weeks you'll be able to skip another set on top of that. Muggsy as well. I've seen like multiple variations of Muggsy. You could be going for the old strat, which is probably not run much anymore, but was run a lot initially, which is the full fight. Then you have the push at 40% at about 4 minutes. And then you have another strat, which is Bloodlust on pull, and don't even get the second jails. So all 3 strats require different cooldown timings, right? Which is really awkward. And then Gallywix. Gallywix is okay, actually. I think Gallywix, the cooldowns kind of remain the same. Although you can kill him a lot faster now. It's mostly like a One-Armed Bandit and Muggsy thing for pushing, where constantly, like, week after week after week, these like bosses just change. And so, holding cooldowns for certain things doesn't make sense anymore. Sending cooldowns out early doesn't make sense anymore. Stuff like that. It just all mixes about. Basically, new strats develop literally every week, because of just how strong our characters get. On One-Armed Bandit, I have no clue. We literally only get like 2 ad sets and not even early on. So what I do for One-Armed Bandit nowadays is send on pull, makes sense, and then I wait for the first ad set, which is the fixate ads, because we still do those ones in my guild. I don't know if that's like still the established strat, but we summon all the fixate ads, so I hold my cooldowns for maybe like 10, 20 extra seconds, send them all out on then, and then I pretty much send cooldowns on on cooldown, and by doing that, it actually lines up with Bloodlust perfectly. Let me have a look. One on Bandit, yeah, so hold cooldowns for ads, ad spawn. I'd spawn literally about like 140-ish. Maybe a little bit over here. So that's what I'm holding them for. And then after that, I literally just send on cooldown. I think this note's a little bit outdated. I mean, send everything. Send everything. But you make the push about here now. No, here, right? I don't even know looking at this timeline. All I know is that basically by sending my cooldowns out the exact same, it lines up the last somehow. I'd have to actually look at a log. Hold on. We'll get some logs up. Okay. So I actually don't know the push off the top of my head. Uh, One on Bandit? So 5 minutes 48 is the kill time, right? So when are we lusting? Yeah, so we lust at 4:41. So when do I send my cooldowns? Look for Zuin. Pull 140, so delay by 10 seconds there. This is pretty much 1 minute 30 after 140. And then I do actually hold. Okay, so I got it wrong. I do hold a little bit. Do I? Not by much. I hold for 1 minute. 1 minute. No, I don't actually hold. This is the exact same gap as this. Yeah, so I literally just send on cooldown after this skip, and it lines up for when we get the push at about 440 odd. We lust pull. Oh, see, that's the thing. It's so you lust pull for one arm bandit. We do not lust pull for one arm bandit. So I don't think that really changes anything. I think you'd still do it the exact same way, where you'd send on pull, send on this ad set to try to get as much damage as possible, and then you send here, and then you send here, because like no matter where you're lusting, your time is still gonna, you finish the fight at the exact same time roughly, right? You just push to the last phase a bit faster, but that just means your last phase will be shorter, whereas ours is longer even, and ours is shorter. But your P1's shorter, and our P1's longer. So yeah, I mean, I pretty much only get 4 cast throughout the entire fight, right? But then I'll save my, so Storm Earth and Fire I'll save here as well, because we don't, if we lusted on pull, I'd send 2 Storm Earth and Fires out for maximum damage. But here I hold my second Storm Earth and Fire for the entire fight up until about 5 minutes when I get my second cast off, so I double up during lust. So this is what I mean, right? So it's like easy for me to like share these notes, but then if it doesn't like work out with your strategy, it's almost kind of null to an extent. It'd be awkward like that. Horrific Visions, I feel like we're doing okay, but I think we're gonna do some Mythic Plus. This has been fun. I like the mask, but I'm doing something terribly wrong. I need to update my strategy tomorrow, get better. So that's, what was that? Like an hour of visions? Yeah, I think that's about it. An hour of visions, 3 hours of M plus. Now we get to lose our mind and mold. But just give me a sec. I need to sort a YouTube video out. It was meant to have uploaded before the stream, but I ran into technical difficulties. Classic. Sorry, I won't be a sec. Like 1 second more, I think. Why is that being like that? Hey man, do you think you have time to tell when you pop cooldowns on Mythic Mugsy? Yeah, I can do Mythic Mugsy as well, Groom. Um, just hopefully our strats are the same, right? Just give me 1 sec. Something is going wrong here. It's making me angry. Why was that off? Is there a reason? No? Yes? Ah, screw it. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. I was just sorting out a video, lol. Haha. What are we doing? Warcraft logs then. Let me get up my Mugsy cooldowns for you. What is my character's name? PK Pornor. Okay, so Mugsy is what you wanted to look at. See, I don't. I'm not a fan of how I played this one. I mean, they're pretty much identical, but I think maybe the latest one's better. But I think I actually played this one better, but I think it's fine. We'll go for the latest one because obviously with the buffs and stuff, timers might be a little bit different. So let's just do this one. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing as one on Bandit when there's one hold. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. So we'll look at Zuin first, right? So what I end up doing is I send on pull, obviously. But I also send out a Storm Earth and Fire on pull. And the main reason for this is that you end up being able to send 2 Storm Earth and Fires at the end of the fight. So holding this one makes no sense to me, because then eventually you're going to double stack. So there's quite a lot of holding in this middle ground here with cooldowns, because of the intermission and holding for ad sets and stuff like that. So I send everything out on pull, and then Storm Earth and Fire the moment I can. And then this is where there's a big hold, right? So 3 minutes is when I send out there, and this is not till 1 minute 54. So I'm technically holding for 20 seconds once I get my cooldowns up. And you're pretty much holding for the moment he does his first finger guns. You know, when he like finger guns and then he shoots a target and it hits the ad and the ad breaks its shield, and then everybody starts pumping on the ad because it takes more damage. This is when I send out my next set of cooldowns. So basically you send them out then, and as you're moving down the platform to the next position, that I was still sending out cooldowns. And then I don't send out another set of cooldowns until 3:48, which is shit. Maths hard. I think that's another 1 minute. I think that's another 1 minute 50. Like that's 20 seconds holding again. And the main reason for this hold is I'm in a jail set. So I hold for the jail set. I do my little jail, and then I come out and then I send. The reason I don't send for lust is because I think I gain less value trying to send my cooldowns out during the intermission. I think trying to send out your cooldowns during the intermission on Mugsy is horrendously difficult, and you end up in a situation where you're trying to put out all your damage. You're trying to get like, there's not enough time in the intermission to get a Strike of the Windlord window into a Celestial Conduit, into a Strike of the Windlord, in between his dashes where you can properly line it up. It just doesn't work. You'll end up losing some uptime on one heart window, or you won't be able to get as much value from Gale Force. I just think you end up losing too much if you pop it during the intermission. As I found a lot on prog, you'll like start off in the first like dashy bit where he sends, and you'll get your first part right, and then you'll do your Celestial Conduit, and then he'll start dashing, right? And then so you lose some uptime in that heart window, and then maybe you get some on the last bit, but I just don't think you get full value. So I send a little bit earlier here to guarantee I get basically full advantage of my entire combo. And then I don't send again until 5:57, which is a long time, right? And that's pretty much when I come out of the third jail set. I come out of the third jail set, and then I send everything again with another Storm Earth and Fire, just for that final push. It also lines up with second pot, right? So you basically get one final big cooldown window. After second jail set, we hold all damage and wait for his frontal, then we pop cooldowns. Yeah, that works too. I guess it depends how much damage you have. Sometimes we hold. I mean, the idea is that we generally hold, but sometimes the cool is to pump a little bit, but then hold. But usually we always get it off. So it depends really on what the call is. Just, yeah, so sometimes it depends how much damage we've done at the start of the fight, basically. Depends on how much we have to hold. Which sucks, because you're doing a push strat, and you hold. So yeah, it's... the entire point of a push strat is not to hold, but now we reach the point where you're doing the push strat, and now you have to hold in the push strat. Like, they're so scuffed, these fights. But it really depends on how much damage goes on here. A lot of the time, though, we have boosters, right? So we'll have, like... So for this fight, we had 2 people that we were boosting. Actually, no, I won't go to their names. But we had, like, 2 characters that we were boosting, so that's 2 players, essentially, that we didn't have in the raid, so we don't have to hold as much for us. So, you either hold and then send, but I still only send after the 3rd jail set anyway, regardless about when I send those cooldowns after jail set 2. Because there's no point ever sending in a jail set, like, the ad's gonna die. Finally got Bunk Junker down yesterday, now time for Sprocket Monger. Single tier, oh no. It's not as bad as you might think it is. Once your range have locked in and they're completely happy with the fight, the boss is dead. But you're completely at the will of your range DPS, as it is a terrifyingly much harder fight for them than you. Basically, you'll feel comfortable with that fight a lot sooner before they do. And it's just waiting for them to get happy with it, understanding what their roles are with the drills and the mines, and then you'll be fine. Okay, and plus, what are we doing today? First of all, we're turning on our Raider IO. That helps, right? Where do I keep this? Here, cool. So, we're still looking for this Priory. I'm gonna do what I've been doing for the past few days, and queuing up for the Priory, trying to get into a group, seeing if anyone takes the bait and invites me. If not, we'll just do my own key. Right now, we have a 17 mother load. We did a 17 mother load yesterday, but that means it's not still worth running, right? Because it's always worth getting the practice on these dungeons, regardless. And 17 mother load, as we learned yesterday, is extremely forgiving. You can die as many times as you want, and you'll probably still time it. So, and if I can get an 18 from this as well, really useful, right? So there's no point not running it, or depleting it to a 16 and trying to do that. Because I could just end up with a 17 Rookery or Dark Flame, right? Which defeats the entire point. An 18 of anything is score. It's so hard to find groups as Windwalker. Yeah, tell me about it. I get declined from pretty much every Priory I try to sign up for, and I've never been invited to a 17. People just will not take me. I'm blacklisted. I just push on my Pala tank. I mean, you definitely get into groups a lot easily on a Pala tank. There's never enough tanks in this game. Like, you'll always find some group that's willing to take you. It's probably predominantly why I do my own keys as well, right? Because at least I can do it. Oh! What the hell? They've got a mage, they got a warlock. They're probably not taking me. Oh my god, trying to get into a Priory is just harder than doing a Priory, honestly. Alright, screw it. We'll do my 17 mother load, see what we can get with that. I feel like at 16 and 17s, people will start to want only Demon Hunter tanks. You're not wrong, but I've run 16s and 17s with a few Prot Paladins. So they definitely still get taken and stuff. But I guess you have to maybe change the comp a little bit to more complement that sort of tank. Not drastically. And I don't think Disc Priest is probably that bad with a Paladin, to be honest. But yeah, you're definitely... I mean, you probably run into situations where if you've queued up and a Vengeance Demon Hunter's also queued up, they're probably going to take the Vengeance Demon Hunter. But I think Prot Paladin's still good. It's just not the flavor that people are looking for as much. Saying that, neither were Retribution Paladins, and now they got a little bit of a buff, and now they're hot shit. Everybody wants them. Windwalker buff when? Just increase my spinning crane kick damage by, I don't know, like another 50%? Yeah, just do that. Like, give me a little bit of extra spinning crane kick. Oh, Fist of Fury, just give me like an extra, I don't know, 30% on Fist of Fury. Yeah, that'd be good. Hell, give monks a lust, yeah? Call it serenity just to be flavorful. Suddenly I give lusts. Instant invite. Give me a CR. We can call it revival. No, wait, that's the... give me a CR. Instant invite. Give me anything but a 5% buff that nobody benefits from. Please. Oh, God. I miss Serenity. I miss Serenity too. Honestly, I do. I like Serenity gameplay. I know a lot of people didn't. I think what people didn't like is the choice. Maybe. The fact that you couldn't play Serenity with Storm, Earth, and Fire. But what they've done with Conduit is they've basically given you a Serenity. Like, obviously it's different. It's a different package, but in essence, it's kind of the same thing. Let's just replace Serenity in a way. But you're allowed to now keep Storm, Earth, and Fire, and I think that's what people didn't like, was the fact that you had to choose one or the other. I mean, maybe they just didn't like Serenity as well. I don't know. I enjoyed the burst of it. Call it acupuncture. Now we're cooking. Yes, acupuncture. And then I still would forget to press it. I'd still forget to put up my bars, but that doesn't matter. Because it gets me into the group. I can give people some chances here, I guess. They've done all their 16s. They've done a 17. They've done all their 16s. Do I just take the higher eye level? Because eye level, lol? Maybe? Seems a bit scummy, but my key, my rules. We want a mage of sorts. He's got 17s. Where my boomies at? That's a feral? Physical god comp time? Hold up. Yeah, screw it. Physical god comp. So we want an enhanced shot. Oh. Well. And now, ideally, you want a prot warrior. I don't know if I just take a Vengeance Demon Hunter, though, but I think you really want a prot warrior for this. This is the physical, well, the Windwalker version of the physical god comp, I guess you could say. I mean, alternatively, you can take a Resto Shaman, but I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a Disc Priest. Probably beneficial as well for getting stam buff. But ideally, you want a prot warrior. I mean, I will take a Vengeance Demon Hunter tank, because that allows you to do a lot of the skips. The issue with prot warrior, I think... Well, can prot warrior go Nelf? Surely they can, right? But the issue is, would a prot warrior player pick Nelf? What could they be seen as a Nelf? Because they usually go like Torrens, you know, or like big beefy characters, because they're playing a prot warrior, you know, like they're not going a little like skinny elf. But that's ideal if we can get a prot warrior, because it kind of it gives us the buff that we will benefit from, right? Gives us le shout. The opener, when you nailed it, felt great. I know, I loved clipping as well. Like, not getting punished, but clipping Fists of Fury, amazing. Like, what even... I'm trying to remember the opener. It was, like, crazy. It was, like, Rising Sun Kick, Fists of Fury, Rising Sun Kick. And you were just basically intertwining Fists of Furies and Rising Sun Kicks. Because we didn't run Whirling Dragon Punch then. No spinning Crane Kick involved either. And then you had the Blackout Kick as well to reduce cooldowns because of the Dragonflight 4 set in the last season. We didn't have many buttons, actually, now I'm thinking about it. What was it? It was like Tiger Palm. Oh, Strike of the Windlord, Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick. Rising Sun Kick, Fist of Fury. Is that it? Is that what we pressed in single time? Holy shit, do we have anything in our kit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Were we a 5-button spec? Nah, there's no way. Just waiting for a tank. Not even a Vengeance Demon Hunter signed up. I'm probably... No, I'm probably not reducing the score or anything. I'll be 100% honest. I think if you want to do a 17, you probably need at least 3,400. So that means all 16s. And I probably wouldn't take anyone that doesn't have all 16s anyway. And then 675 is a reasonable item level now, to be honest. Like, that's reasonable. That's like lower end. Says the guy with 683 item level. Disgusting. Can you sim racials on raid bots with your gear? You can. I don't know if you can. There's probably a way to do all the racials or like compare them. I don't know off the top of my head. It might be a good question for like Impeca Serenity. But the way you could test different racials is here. If you're in your thing, you go to race and then you change it. So you could change it to like Volpera. That works, right? No, say it works. Stop it. I think you need the actual like classification though. And off the top of my head, I'm not sure what each one is. So if it was like Void Elf, does that work? I think it's fine if it's edited. I don't think this message matters. That should work though. Because if the original one was Magheart Orc, maybe there's no capitals in it. But that's how you can test different races and it'll take in their racials into account. I'm sure there's a better way. There probably is some sort of way that you can do it in the custom APL. But I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. Here, for instance, I've got Earthen. There was like an Earthen footer you could put in. So if you were Earthen, it was able to tell you what your best minerals were that you could eat. So there will be a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. Where's the warriors? These are not warriors. They've got good credentials, though. This monk has done god keys, but it just doesn't work. I don't mind Brewmaster, but the issue with Brewmaster and Windwalker is it doesn't bring anything unique in terms of buffs and stuff. So even though he's got the credentials, he's like goated. It'd be better to take a Vengeance Demon Hunter. If he's good, okay. How do I determine if someone's good? How do I determine if a tank's good? Am I just meant to know? Their CC's super nice. Their CC is super nice. I mean, yeah, plus meld. Yeah, of course, plus meld skips. I don't know how you determine if someone's good. I don't know. This guy, probably. Why not? He's got score. Isn't Kazan terrible in M+? No. No, it's not terrible in M+. Like, it depends how you do the key. There's keys where it's worse, right? Like, you can have good keys with good uptime on Kazan, and keys where you have bad uptime on Kazan. But even then, depending on what your stats are and stuff, and the item level of your trinkets, like, this still is my best trinket at M+, just from eye level alone. Just from the mastery alone, plus guessing agility. You still get agility throughout like combat and stuff. It's decent, but uptime and stuff is probably more reliable in pre-mades and stuff. But compared to, let's say I had a C4M that was 684, it's still only, I think I've looked at it before, it's like only a 0.1 or 2% upgrade for M+. And I don't have a C4M at that level. I only have a 665 C4M, which would go up to 674, something like that. So, yeah. If I had the C4M at max eye level, sure, I'd probably switch it in because it's more reliable. But I just don't have it. But I think even between the two, even if C4 is better on paper, I reckon you could probably min-max. You could probably min-max Kazan more. With a pre-made, if you can like guarantee that you're not going to lose too many stacks between pulls and stuff, you've got a good route, and you can keep high uptime on this. You'll see like in the MDI, for instance, loads of players will run Aya Kazan because they've like perfected these routes in a way where they can keep uptime and not lose stacks. I teleport to the wrong dungeon. I'm an absolute dodo. I'm waiting for my myth track house. Myth track house. What, to drop from the boss or to just get it from Dinars? I can't believe I teleported to Priory. That's how Priory brained I am right now. Thanks for following Zata Patit. Yeah, I have no idea how to say that. You know who you are. Thank you. I'm just gonna call you Zata. That's easier. PK Pawn, are you coming? Wow, we have no patience. We have no patience. Man doesn't come to a dungeon for 2 seconds. No, I just thought I'd invite a bunch of people to my dungeon and just not do it. I don't know. I just thought, like, oh, why? I just thought it would convene here for fun. Yes, I am coming. Sorry, that sounds toxic. It sounds a bit toxic. Okay, so big pull, skip, 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 meld, skip. He's got no notes here, but luckily I understand this route. Meld, skip. Well, misery into meld, skip into big pull. No arcane mage to benefit from that. Yeah, I mean this. Yeah, standard. It's whatever. This is all standard. This is all cookie cutter. Let me do the pull timer for prep. I mean, I didn't do that pull timer. How did he do this pull timer?
3, 2, 1.
Bro, how did you do a pull timer in my group? Huh? Bro, just hijacked my pull timer. Am I in the right talent? Shit, I guess so. Why can I not see logs on PK Porner? Because my my guild private logs. I'm a ghost. A Gillian the Mist. Gonna say, I don't really want to send my CC too early. There's no way they hit half of those ads there, but sure. And then I'll just send out a final CC here. Yeah, my guild private logs, so you can't actually see any logs. You can see my heroic logs, I think. Some of them are up. Probably from when I've hugged it or whatever, but yeah. Sorry.
I need to target something first.
There's just nothing I can do about that. So on paper, I've killed no bosses. Am I even a real player? Hold up, do I even exist? So far so good. Cheeky little skip here. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Good timing on the ad. I mean, so far so good, right? Now we do the misery skip into the boss. I'd love to know which side he's going to, because he didn't... Oh, he's pinged this. Oh, right, we're doing the Minesweep skip. That's fine. That works too. You can misery or Minesweep this. I think misery's actually safer, crazily enough. We're not pulling this, mate. Yep. And then we skip this. He melds it. Don't you love... did that work? Just, but that's scary, right? This guy's trapped. Not a massive fan that one player was trapped, but life, lemons, I guess. Holy positioning on this. We got so unlucky there. Like, genuinely, we got so unlucky there. I've got nothing left, CC-wise. I can get one nasty kick. No, player dead. I mean, just CC was bad, I guess. Am I dead here? Yeah, tank's dead. He over. Just not enough prior target damage. Not enough CC. We just ran out. We got really unlucky with these circles. Oh, we don't have Bloodlust. Okay, we Bloodlusted on pull. Did you look at the route? It says the tank angrily. I did not realize we bloodlusted this. Yeah, you have to have bloodlust for this. I didn't realize that they bloodlusted it. I mean, the shaman makes a good point. There is nothing on the route that says anything about bloodlust. Do I have resilient? Hell no. Do I have resilient? I wish, that'd be nice. I love this game. We're in Motherload hell again. No problem, no problem. I'm not as sad, but you'll see like the massive difference there with the extractor's health. The extractor, like, there's a difference between not having a mage and having a mage. That extractor's health was really high still. So we got another set. I mean, that's not what wiped us, right? We ran out of CC for the ads. It's hard to tell if any was overlapped. I was completely outright. And then they keep casting. But the issue with having Bloodlust there, the reason Bloodlust is so important there, is that you just nuke everything down, right? Because you're doing a massive pull with an extractor and 10 ads. We also got super lucky on the circles. The circles the extractor spawns are not player dependent, they're just random. And all 3 or 4 in a row spawned on top of all of us melee and kept pushing us back, so we were all nowhere near the ads for like at least 5 seconds. That was really unlucky. Nothing cast during that, but it was after that it was just over. Doing this pull without Bloodlust is hard? It is hard. Yeah. And it's like, it's another reason, like, I don't mind the physical god comp, but I actually, like, just from playing, I actually just prefer playing with mages. I think having a mage is so vital, because if you have a mage that nukes down that extractor, that means that no one has to pre-position the second time over. So you lose, like, no damage. Like, usually if you have a mage, that thing is just kaput. Like, damage there's fine. Like, I don't think anything issue with damage. It was just, we didn't last long enough. But we had, like, I'm pretty sure everybody used their CC in, like, order. We just didn't have enough. It lasted way too long, I think is the issue there. It's not the end of the world, though. Even though it's a 16, I know I said, oh, no, I don't want a 16, but I'm not too bothered because the likelihood of getting a 17 that I haven't completed is higher than getting a 17 I have. If it goes to a 15, that's when I start tweaking. We're not there yet. Soon. The heal is good. They've done 17s. Yeah, I'll take these two. Then who is the best balanced druid of the lot? Is it Horikita? It looks like it might be Horikita. Take Horikita and then just a Vengeance Demon Hunter. I mean, yeah, there's one thing the mage is going to do. It's that they're going to nuke down the target you do not want alive. Like, they do so much damage to that. And then it's on the rest of us to kill everything else, really. Then it becomes our problem. It's why I joke and say that I should have been a mage main. Can you imagine? Like, if you're a good arcane mage, you are getting invited to any key you want to. Actually, no, that's not true. I think at lower levels, people... and I was included in this, you'd see the mage's damage, and you'd be like, this mage is doing nothing. Why would I invite mages to my group? But actually, their damage shouldn't be that high. They shouldn't be the highest damage, because their damage is all going into, like, prio target damage, so it's not spread out. Like, they benefit from extra targets, and don't get me wrong, they do good AoE. But they have one job, one specific job in this world. And that's to keep you alive by making sure the bad man dies. Arcane stonks are way up. Yeah, Arcane's so good. I think I value it the highest of any spec in a dungeon group. I'd probably say that I value Arcane Mage highest, Vengeance Demon Hunter second highest, Boomkin third, Disc Priest fourth. Because I think Disc Priest is replaceable. Do I put Boomy that low down? I'm not even counting Windwalker. Windwalker doesn't exist in this thing. It's the other 4 specs that I usually like to go with. Yeah, I think Mage, I rate the highest. Yeah, it has to be Vengeance Demon Hunter, then Boomy, and then Disc Priest. And that's the order of, like, replaceability if I was making a group. It doesn't mean they're the best. It's just from my experience, what I value the most in having in my comp. What about Brewmaster? Oh, they're down at the bottom with Windwalker. They are... You can't see them. Like, we're low. We're low in my priority. Put it this way. I'd never invite a Windwalker to my own group. Let's put it that way. I'm not the best spokesman, but I'm a bad spokesman for this spec. Oh, no, no, no. No, I think we're good. But, like, not Dream Team good. I'm not delusional, right? I'm not delusional. Can't sleep in my class. Oh. I can sleep a little bit on it. Tiny bit. A little bit of a sleep. No Boomkins joining, and there's no tanks as well. Oh, we're in 16 hell. Like, 17 is just, like, the sweet spot now, I think. Because a lot of tanks and stuff have geared up high enough now, or done enough keys that they're like, pushing 17s, 18s. I find it so hard to find tanks and stuff in these 16s, 15s now. Tanks that I want, like, I just can't... I can't do it. I can't bring a Blood DK. They're not bad. Like, it's not because they're bad. It's just there's better. Windwalker is Dream Team if you're assembling physical god comp instead of magic damage. No. I don't know. I think there's better physical. I reckon you could probably bring a Mistweaver instead, to be honest, if you're going for full physical. I think you take an Outlaw Rogue instead of the Windwalker, to be honest. I think full physical, you probably go something like... If you even want the monk buff, right? Like, because if you don't care about the monk buff, you just go for, like, a Resto Druid. And I'd honestly probably go for something more like... Enhance, Feral, Outlaw, Resto, Warrior, right? Declined invite? Then don't queue up, bro. How about we don't queue up to my key? Like, 'cause I think the monk buff is the weakest thing you're bringing to the physical god comp. Like genuinely. Don't... Oh, okay, I see why they grip me. Because Warrior brings actual good physical buff. The Feral brings Verse, which cannot be understated. The Shaman brings Sky Fury, which we love. Outlaw Rogue doesn't... I mean, Outlaw Rogue brings decreased cast times, I guess, if they spec into that. But then their damage is just nutty. I mean, the way I look at it is, what did the actual physical god comp take to the MDI? Did they ever run Windwalker? They didn't. Like, and this was the team that called themselves Physical God Comp, yeah? They ran Physical God Comp for MDI competition. They didn't bring a Windwalker. They brought a Mistweaver instead. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just there's better. Oh, yeah, Marksman Hunter. Yeah, literally, I completely forgot that Marksman Hunter existed. Yeah, Marksman Hunter. I guess you need range, yeah. Range is good for the comp as well. I guess the point I'm trying to get across is that even in like the physical god comp, I think there are technically better options than a Windwalker. But you don't have to be in a god comp to complete dungeons. Like, I'm literally just talking about like 18s, 19s, 20s, 21s. Like, you can complete a Motherlode 16 with a Warlock, a Assassin, well, a Warlock, Subtlety Rogue, Orc Voker. What's the worst tank in the game right now? Without offending anybody. What's the worst healer in the game? Resto Druid. Can I say that? Yeah, Resto Druid. Like, you can bring whatever the hell you want. Like, we didn't wipe up there because of what our comp was. We wiped up there because we didn't have Bloodlust / our CC rotation was bad. See, this is what I like. This guy's got arrows. Look at this. This is like a real... This guy fucks. Your paladin will need healing during this pull. Okay, well, we don't have a paladin, so that's good. Good start. Okay. Pull 2 is bad. Pull 2 is bad. I mean, it's a 16. You can do whatever you want in a 16 and time this. Oh, Druid, you're min-maxing, and if he doesn't know how to skip it, I'd rather not skip it. If this is his path, and he's comfortable doing it... Like, if he's comfortable running it like this, I would rather run it more comfortable for the tank. I don't want, like... It's so much worse telling someone to do something they don't know how to do and they first time it. If he's run this route before, let them run this route. Unless it's literally troll and you're not going to complete your dungeon, but we did the 17 yesterday. We died, like, 2 times at the start. We wiped on Ricker as well. Well, kind of. And we still timed the 17 with, like, good time still left. Like, just do it. I'll do one more ready check. Oh god, here we go again.
5, 4.
The one thing I didn't note is if he...
2,
I assume he wants the Bloodlust at the start. I assume this because it's a massive pull for the start. It's not like your small pull. He didn't put a note though. But this is tiny and then you go straight into boss. So yeah, you're doing a... This is the Bloodlust pull. For real this time. This one's allowed. Yep, I was waiting for the vortex. I'll leg sweep that one. Probably don't even need to ring here, but I'll ring the jockeys. Where did these ads just go? The druid sent them to downtown. Just make sure this jockey does not get in the mech. Yeah, that would be bad. Might as well send my cooldowns out here. I'm not going to have them. So this massive skip we're doing. Oh god, I know how to get up here, please. I do know how to get up here, please. Around the corner. Cannot see because there's a fat character in my way. Oh, it's a mount. Someone was sat on a mount. I could not see what was going on. Might as well wait for this to move. Like, you can make it, but he's going to move anyway. So there's no point rushing it. And then we're pulling. We're pulling up here. So... focus the Peacekeeper. Please don't get one shot, mate. That's all I ask. Just don't get one shot. Leg sweep. And that should be everything dead now before they cast again. Yeah, more or less. I'm not going to have cooldowns for the... see, we ran into this issue yesterday on the 17 because we did the exact same pull. And I won't have cooldowns for the first... the first damage DR for that because I have no defensives. Also, why are we here? This is an interesting spot. Usually you go into the top left corner, but I guess here's fine. I mean, I'm going to send cooldowns anyway, but I will lose out on a bit of value here. But it's better than holding for, like, absolute bazonka time. If that football had been left a little bit longer, we would have got full value, but it is still fine. I'm not saying this boss still has, like, a bloody ton of health. However, where's the last football? Oh, he is waiting. He is waiting. But it is risky, because if the shocking claws then goes on you, yeah. But he did it well. He did it well. Oh, I want to try to get some value out of this. Maybe a little bit of... No, not quite. Okay, so now we're going to this corner. I mean, I'll send my cooldowns out again on this last thing. You can see how much damage the mage just did there. Oh my god, they've overtaken me off of one burst window. It's kind of awkward. A lot of them on this side, so I lose a lot of uptime. I miss completely. That was bad. I cannot kick a football, apparently. That was such a bad miss. Or was it tactical, allowing us to keep our buff for even longer? I'll let you decide. I mean, 3-phasing this is kind of standard, but this is taking a lot longer. I don't know. It's fine. Fine, boss. And now we do this extractor pull, which is... You just gotta be careful on the Earth Shaper back there, because once he starts casting... Yeah, exactly, right? Good RNG? No, this is atrocious RNG. I guess no one could have natty kicked that, still. I mean, I'm just going to focus on CC here, mostly. I mean, we lose a lot of... We cannot let this go through the entire thing. Oh, God. Alright, not too bad. Actually, not too bad. And then we have all our cooldowns for the next pack. So we're pretty chilling right now. Just depends where we're fighting it. Are we fighting it down here? Oh, I bloody hate fighting it down here. Hello, let me click. Oh, I just don't want to get stuck on anything. Okay, I got extremely lucky. Well, no, of course, just slightly in it. Amazing. Oh, the issue is I can't roll, because if I roll this way and I pull this, then that's even worse. Oh, I should have just gone the other way. Oh. I mean, now what? This extractors, I hate extractors. They are the worst ad in the game. But what do you... They just stay up for so long. I think if there was like some actual method to how they cast, but it's random. So you can end up with like all of them underneath you. If maybe they like targeted like melee and stuff, you could at least like run around together in a group. Please get aggro. How did that beam not hit that one? I mean, this is a massive pull for not having cooldowns. I mean, now what? Oh, just kill it. Just kill it before it kills us. We got extremely lucky that they were all casting. I think if this was a 17 and they had more health, that was it. GG. Damage is pretty damn even though right now. My cooldowns are all over the place though. I need to try resync them for this boss. Oh. I used leg sweep at the same time. Didn't look like they were going to click. Oh, well, I'm out. I'm out of cooldowns. We're just going to have to natty kick most of these. We have no Why is our damage for this set? We ain't got no damage left. I think the mage is just auto attacking. Obviously they were saving Surge, but when they're outside of Surge, 0 damage. No one was going to interrupt that, really? I mean, what are we doing here? Okay, we have Chaos Nova back up, at least that. Alright. Ascari's to the light, but I don't know. I switched focus there, because I think it made sense for me to try switch focus to some of the casters, because it looked like we had no CC. And they were just going to continue pelt forever and ever and ever. No cooldowns, so we'll just have to wait for those. Alright, mage, you're going to have to do some running. Oh, being arranged on this fight looks awful. We'll send everything out on the next Earth Rager. Oh, why have you gone over here? I have ring coming up. I can help the mage out then. Okay, they have frozen it. I'll wait then. So you want to cleave off of this, but it's really awkward because it completely depends where your like person getting chased is going. And the mage is like going everywhere. Let's put it that way. Like, huh? Mage is going absolutely everywhere. Oh, I'm out of everything. That's how they're staying alive for well long. We have no cooldowns for this? I think I send cooldowns again. It's still on 35% health. Yeah, I will send up cooldowns again here. Yeah, just absolutely nuke this with Conduit, and then just go boss. Like, this is a really good fight for Windwalker. It's kind of insane. Just the constant 3-target cleave is just amazing. Alright, that's done. So now I'd probably say this is probably the hardest pull for the tank. I don't know. I've seen a lot of tanks just get one shot here because they group everything up and it's just not enough time, and then they die, and then it's a wipe. So hopefully the Vengeance Demon Hunter's got something to save himself. Maybe he'll ask for a PS or something. Probably not, but wishful thinking. Spotting these things is so hard. So we're on top of the beam right now. Like, try spotting a yellow swirling circle on top of a druid's beam. Good luck. And then pretty much only saving my defensives for Mind Lash. If I get Mind Lash, pop any defensive. Oh. We do have cooldowns for this. Another Mind Lash, so defense for that. Just focus the Masterminds, because they're an absolute nightmare. Yep, of course can't see it, because we're on top of the beam. Lucky it doesn't one-shot, and I'm not too affected by silences. But, like, genuinely, trying to spot it on top of a beam is so difficult. Oh, we pulled more. Oh, I don't know if it was worth pulling more, mate. I mean, it still seems okay. I'll try interrupt you. Oh, it's just going to hell. I think we've stabilized now. Oh, more? Okay. I guess we can pull more. More alchemists? Sure, dude. I was just thinking to myself, wow, there aren't enough alchemists in this pool. We should pull more. If a warrior's spell reflects an alchemist's polymorph, do they polymorph themselves? Food for thought, food for thought. How much better is a two-hander than dual wield? Wonder if it's worth crafting a new two-hander instead of dual wield I'm currently using. A lot better for AoE situations. So I'd highly recommend making sure that you have a two-hander at Mythic track level. Especially if you've got the sparks to do it. I'd highly recommend you make the switch. Because you're going to do a lot more damage in AoE situations, which is Mythic Plus and pretty much every single raid boss, right? You just benefit from it more. because of how the scaling works on two-handers compared to one-handers. Like, the damage might not be crazy more if you have Mythic track one-handers, but it'll be enough where it's worthwhile to switch off of them. And there's a signpost in the middle of the floor, of course. And I can't see anything because this is a clusterfuck. Oh, I hate this pull. There is a reason that you skip. Two masterminds at once is just not it, Chief. Just thank God I have diffuse magic. We're on good pace though, like really good pace. Dare I even say it's two chestable? Maybe. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, we're doing it with the robot, so this is the hardest strat, but it saves us a lot of time in the long run. No, don't pull it to the edge. Keep it in the middle. Otherwise than this. I have no defensives for charged shot, so I'm just gonna pop Soothing Mist. Actually, I'm in the fire. Of course I am. Oh, there's just no point in popping Soothing Mist there. So I was just clipped it, and I realized at the last second, but at that point you're dead. Oh, that's just stupid. That's just completely my fault. Trying to be too smart for my own good. I knew it as well, but at the very last second I saw that I'd flipped into it. But at that point you've already taken the one tick, right? Like, the only reason I wanted a Soothing Mist there is because whenever this machine sends out his, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's Charged Shot, I think it's called. You kind of need a defensive for that, and I just didn't have any up. So I thought, be smart, cast a Soothing Mist. Little did I know. We'll send out Storm Earth and Fire here, 'cause we've got one in the bag. And then I'll just kill off this ad here so that we're not dealing with this last... we will deal with it. Pain and suffering. Oh, it's just a completely pointless death. I thought so. I checked Raid.io and it looks like I'm the only dual-wielding monk in the world. I mean, at the start of the tier, a lot of monks did go one-handers that were like pushing like Race to World first because it was better at like boss damage and stuff. So even in like fights that were AoE, they still went one-handers. So there's like method to the madness of wanting a bit more prio target damage. It's just the downside of less damage in AoE means that even on like raid encounters, right, that have ads and stuff, you are technically going to do less damage. Like there's only like a few very niche instances where you will benefit more from it. Like lock and stock, you should be able to benefit more from it, but even then it'll be close. It also puts you in the position usually where, because you are dual wielding, you want to take dual threat, the talent, which kind of steals a talent, like steals another talent node. It's not a bad talent to take, but I think there are better ones to take at the moment. Like if I was dual wielding, I'd probably have to give up Fury of Zuin for dual threat, which isn't like awful, but Fury of Zuin really helps with burst damage. And it's honestly, it's not run very much anymore. Usually you take Slicing Winds instead these days. It's a lot of mines, Chief. Not gonna lie, a lot of explosions. I just dashed into a mine. Of course I did. Holy shit, my brain's not turned on. I just rolled into my mine. Of course I did. Oh, please get away from me. I'm trying to do damage. It's not too chestable. You need like 4 minutes for the last boss, but we'll be pretty good on time regardless. Like, this is a really generous key for timing it. If anything, we're being quite slow. But all the skips that we're doing and stuff were relatively slow. I'm not sure where we're being slow, though. Deaths, maybe? Just on bosses? Me, basically. Probably slowing us down. We are pulling all of this. I mean, if you want to wipe the key, this is the best way to do it. But genuinely, the easiest way to wipe a key is to do this. We should bloodlust this, 1,000,000,000%. Yeah, I don't know why you would do this pull. Why are you trying to throw the key? Like, the tank just died. What, like, why do that? Like, do not do, like, there's no need, if you're pulling those two, you pull them on their own, pretty much. You don't pull them with, like, poor specialists and stuff. This is just chaos. This is absolute chaos. And this key's gonna get tanked because of this. I can't believe he'd pull it like this. Like, he's gone back in. Like, I'm not going back in. Insane pull. Insane pull to do. Like, pulling it with specialists and, like, all the bombs in the air. Like, huh? We don't even need all of this, by the way. We're on 94%. Like, you can do this one machine and Nell skip. Like, huh? Huh? We're trying to throw my key? He's done it again. We do not need this, by the way. Okay. Fuck my key, I guess. Like, we don't. There's no world where we need this. Oh my god. I mean, we did it, but we're well over percent. Oh, piss off, mine. I'm not in the mood. I'm angry now. Is he an elf or is he a belt? Is he an elf or a... He's an elf. He could have... Oh, whatever. I don't care. He watched MDI? Is that what they did in the MDI? I swear they skipped this in the MDI, no? That mine's getting so close. I mean, just goes back to my point of how safe Motherload is for timing. Like, you can have 9 deaths here. 9 deaths, completely, like, mess up the last section. And you'll still be able to time it on a 16, 17. It's probably the least punishing dungeon of them all. But it doesn't make it any less stressful. Let me reiterate that. It's still very stressful because you're looking at the time and you're like, oh my god, please no. On top of that, I've like, I don't even know. I wiped like 15 Motherloads in a row the other day. So let's just say I have a little bit of a bad experience with this dungeon. Definitely a cursed dungeon. But I've by no means played this one well either. I did a fair bit of trolling at the start. So, it's, you know, it all adds up. I think the only person who's probably played well... Actually, no, I think all the other DPS have played well. And the healer. Where are you taking this, son? The mage looked like they got hit there, but they survived? How? How? Is that not meant to be a one-shot? Oh my god, and my coolies. This fight can still go wrong, right? Because there's no longer really a safe spot. Your tank has to... a little bit of healing would be nice. Yeah, we basically have to move around, so it's a lot more likely you're going to get hit by stuff here. What am I talking about? You're going to get hit by the circles a lot more often here if you're not careful. You basically have to be aware of where they're going to come from. So it looks like they're coming from... I think we're fine here. Yeah, this is fine. You're basically looking for those little robots on the side over there, and they move. It fires from them. So it's not crazy difficult. It's not crazy difficult to, like, know where they're coming from. If you're not tracking it. Which way is it going to face? So we're still safe here, right? And I don't think they'll cast another one before the fight's over. Yeah, so now this is no longer safe. This is like the least safe place to be. Everybody back up. Just back up. You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die. Ooh, close. Nobody died. We're all happy. Well, at least we timed it. This could have gone a lot worse. I was genuinely panicking for a bit that this was going to be 15 motherload hell again. And that there's no way to get out of that. We need to get lucky here with our key. Because we'll get a 17. It just needs to be none of these three. Best case scenario, we get the Priory. So we can at least, if we deplete the 17, it becomes a 16. And then we can at least have 2 shots at getting score. And getting resilient keys. That would be massive. Worst case scenario, it's a Dark Flame Cleft or a Rookery. I'd have to get super unlucky. Like, super unlucky. Like, the odds are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 in 7? What's that? Like, super unlucky. Oh, please don't be unlucky. Okay, it's not too bad. It's a Mechagon. We haven't got that. So at least it's something we can get score for. Although Mechagon, it's just... See, Mechagon's the opposite of Motherload, where I find that Mechagon's so tight on time. If you make a mistake in this dungeon, it is just over. Like, it's so linear, and so, like, short. Like, there's nothing to skip, really, unless you're, like, doing super crazy skips. It's just a very simple dungeon. But it's super easy to fuck up. And 9 times out of 10, it happens in the first 1 minute of you pulling the dungeon. Where you pull the entire room, your CC rotation is slightly off, or you just don't have enough damage, and kaboom! GG. Enjoy your 16. Can you stand in the Gatling gun at the right distance and not take damage? You can stand in the Gatling gun at all times as a monk. Because of Dance of the Wind. So if I was stood in the Gatling gun there from distance and not taking damage, it's nothing to do with the distance. It will be because of my Dance of the Winds passive. Basically this will have stacked up to 9. So you're basically taking like no damage from the Gatling gun. The only time the Gatling gun will do damage to you is just after the intermission, when you've taken physical damage from the 2 ads that spawn and they start pot-shotting you, and that counts as taking physical damage. But outside of just that Gatling gun that follows that, you can stand in every single Gatling gun. So you essentially never have to leave the safe spot for the entirety of P1 outside of homing missile. And you can literally just stand in the Gatling gun and ease it as a monk. As long as you take this talent, right? But you are taking this talent. This talent's so strong. I depleted a 15 Priory on the steps to the final boss because all 3 DPS died to the small ads that explode and we missed the timer by 25 seconds. That is depressing. No one hit them with a CC. I mean, I've had a similar situation, not quite that deep into it, but on the 16 that I was going to time, we got to the final room, and we pulled the pack on the left, which is a weird pull in itself, right? You usually pull the pack on the right, but we pulled the pack on the left, and then the Warlock shot like a death coil at the pack behind it by mistake or something. And so we pulled everything. We all died, obviously. And then it was technically still possible to time it, but the Warlock just said, my bad, and left. Like, there was still a chance we could have timed it, but he just left. He just left. Oh, and it felt so bad as well, because I need to time this dungeon for my Resilient, and it was still possible. If it wasn't possible, it wouldn't have felt that bad, but it was the fact that, like, there was still potentially enough time to still do it. But he basically essentially gave up. He gave up after the mistake. And I think if you're that close, just risk it. Like, risk it for the time, because you never know. You might pop off. Priory has to be the worst Windwalker dungeon this season, right? Just damage profile-wise. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. I guess, yeah, you're comparing it to how you're going to perform in that dungeon against Windwalker itself, right? So I need to not think about it, about how Windwalker actually performs in the dungeon. Theater's obviously up there. Really cool dungeon. Rookery is also good. Maybe Cinderbrew? Mechagon, I think, is also good, because everyone does low damage here, so it's not that. It's basically what... And I think the smaller trash packs are actually better for us here. And even, like, the mini-bosses and stuff is actually better for us here. Rookery is kind of similar. Lower trash pack sizes. Motherlode has really good boss fights for us. Dark Flame Clef. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Priory or Cinderbrew, maybe, just because... Like, even though you do a lot of damage there, I think the limit of what other classes can do in there is probably better than what Windwalker can do. Like, for instance, like the Cinderbrew meter I did the other day with the Dev Evoker, and he, like, I was never ever catching him in a million years. There was nothing I could have done to ever catch his damage. It was just infinitely better, and it was not even close. It was like, I think he had more than 1 million more damage than me, and I was not doing low damage. So yeah, Cinderbrew Priory, I guess it comes down to bosses, right? I think this first boss in Priory is quite nice for us. Just from the 2-target cleave. Then Cinderbrew's got some good bosses for us as well. Probably better bosses with Ippa and Benk Buzz. But yeah, you're probably right. Priory probably is the worst one if you're looking at like overall class profiles. I think Priory's fine on Windwalker. Oh, no. So, like, none of these dungeons are bad, in my opinion, for Windwalker, right? It's just if you had to say which one was probably the worst one for your, like, your damage profile comparatively, probably Priory or Cinderbrew. So I think we really excel at things like Theater of Pain. Bloodgate, I think, is good for us as well. Is it? Ah, Bloodgate's another one. I'd say these three are pretty close, but we're not too bad on the second boss, and we're pretty good on Big Mama. And we're good on single target bosses, right? Like when you think of a single target boss, we're actually good on those. So the more single target bosses in a dungeon is actually better. Yeah, I mean like, you'll still do higher damage in a floodgate than you'll do in a theater, but that's not really the conversation. I'm pretty sure I'm 3520 now. Holy smokes, 3520. And I can kind of compete in overall with meta classes, but the first pull alone is so terrible there. Since Fist of Fury doesn't even hit the archers. Yeah, I hate the first pulls of Priory. I feel so useless a lot of the time. I feel like it escalates, right? Because you do Priory, the first pull, and even if you get them grouped up and stuff, and then they start ungrouping, your other specs are going to hit all of them. Your Boomy's just chilling, right? He's hitting everything with Starfall. Like, if they're not all on top of you, you feel so useless, and it looks like you're doing absolutely nothing, but positioning's so important for ads and, like, Windwalker. Like, any melee DPS spec, right? Like, the positioning of the ads is so important. I feel like that entire first room can be so atrocious if everything's kind of spread out. So, I get that. And then, the worst part is if you wipe it in the first pull, they'll take one look at your damage and just kick you. How do I know this? Great question. Yeah. Like I've been in situations where you'll have an archer like if I'm here, you'll have an archer like by this car, you'll have an archer over in this corner here, and you'll have an archer in the middle here. And I just like, how do I hit all of these at once? This is impossible. Whereas the other specs are like, la 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 la, I hit everything. We're fine, we're vibing. Will you hold Crackling Jade Lightning for ads at 20, or just dump it on sticks and possibly have less than 10 stacks when ads do come off? I try to always save that. For sticks, I always try to get 20 for the ad set, which is usually always possible. If you send 20 on an ad set, by the time the next ad set comes up, you'll get 20 at some point during it. The only time that doesn't happen is after the initial ad set and you send 20. There's quite a long window between that and the next ad set because he goes up, yeah? You know when he goes up into his little weird overdrive thing? So what I think is good to do there is send out a Crackling Jade Lightning, even if it's on lower stacks, like even 10, right? Because then you're not overstacking and waiting for the next ad set on 20 for like 20 seconds. If you send it at something like 10, and then you start building up again, by the time the next ad set rolls around, you're back to 20. It just means that you're not wasting your resources, even though like a 10 Crackling Jade Lightning on sticks alone ain't gonna do anything. It's better than nothing, right? So that's the only like optimization, but once you get to 20 on every ad set, you're pretty much going to have 20 every ad set. And if you get it a little bit earlier, you hold. If you get it a little bit later, I'd still try to send it on the ad sets, and then you can ramp up for the next one. You basically never want to miss a Crackling Jade Lightning on an ad set, unless you're in a ball. But even if you're in a ball, right, and you come back down and there's enough ads there to hit, I'd just send it anyway. Does that kind of answer the question? You pretty much, yes, you want it on every ad set, because that's otherwise you might as well not take Crackling Jade Lightning. You're trying to get full value from hitting 5 targets. Just sending it into sticks alone means you're basically losing all that value from Power of the Thunder King, and you'd be better off taking another talent, right? So you basically need to almost always guarantee you're going to hit 5 targets every Crackling Jade Lightning, and you lose value every time there's one less target in that. Even if it means hitting the dogs, right, when the dogs get brought in or something, just making sure you save it for the perfect time during an ad set. Don't send it too early, send it too late. You just need to make sure it bounces to 5 targets, and then you're getting optimum value every single set. Even if that means holding it on 20 for like 5, 6, 7, 8 more seconds, you know? Even sending it out on 18 or 19, right? Let's say you were a little bit awkward. You've been on the ball, right? You're on the ball, and you're unlucky. You're on the ball, and the ad set comes in. You get back. You're on 18 stacks. There's 7 ads left, but they're all about to get one shot. I just send it out early to make sure you guarantee you hit at least 5 targets. I think that's the key point there, is you want to make sure you hit as many as possible. One question I have, if you generally want to pump max AoE damage, prio isn't important. Do you still double tap on a target, or do you intentionally just press once? Is that about Storm, Earth, and Fire? Yeah, okay, about Stormwrath and Fire, I'd still always... I always fixate now. And the biggest issue of not fixating that I've found is that your clones have a mind of their own, right? And there's no, like, real method to where they jump about and do their abilities. So if you're on, like, a boss, like, let's say Styx, or you're on an M+ pool, yeah? And I'm fighting all these targets over here, all these managers. I want all my damage to be on the managers, because this is where I'm positioned. And then, if this guy could just piss off for a second so I can demonstrate. Go back. Okay, so... and then if I haven't fixated on these managers and then one of them goes over here, it's not do it, and then you start pumping, you're not hitting all your damage here, you're hitting it, some of your damage over here, and it's made... This is better, right? So the ads are spread out. One of your clones jumps over here. Then that means 40% of your damage is technically not hitting the biggest clump. So I think, like, fixating is really important, and it's something I'm trying to do a lot more of. As well as that, there's a slight issue with Fist of Fury not doing as much damage if it's not on your fixated target, but that's just a little bit minute. It's basically about positioning, like, where do you want your clones in an AoE setup? Where do you want all your damage pumping? Well, it's usually where your players stood, right? And if your clones are jumping about, doing whatever the hell they want, they're usually not in the nicest position for that. So, that's usually, like, a question, like, when someone asks me, like, why they might be doing less damage in AoE or in M+ and stuff, I usually bring it back to the fixating of the clones, and I don't think your clones are properly set up. Because as I said, if they're bouncing around and you're spinning crane kicking, and your ad copies you over here, and your other ad's on top, you're doing 80% of your damage here, 40% of your damage is just going on this one ad over here. Or even if they're grouped up like this, right, and it's hitting this one that's close, it's still missing this one with spinning crane kick, potentially. Maybe even this one at a push. So you're not hitting everything you want to be hitting. Does that kind of make sense with the fixates? I feel like the RNG where the clones aim Fist of Fury is really overlooked with how RNG our damage sometimes is. I think they always aim at the fixated target, but there's not really too much you can do about that. I think if you don't fixate, it's random. But I'll try it on this manager. I'm pretty sure they all, like, if you targeted him... Oh, alright, you could at least attack. It's a Mythic Plus, isn't it? It doesn't work like that. But I'm pretty sure if you fixate the target, they will shoot their fists into this target specifically. Whereas if you don't fixate, then they probably will just shoot it wherever. I'm like 99% sure they do it like that. So they're hitting your target. But there's not much else you can do about, like, aiming Fist of Fury, right? It's not something else you can really sort. Other than fixate or not fixate. They'll shoot their fists where they want to shoot their fists. Hi, Grandmaster. Hey, Vajda. How you doing? Thanks for posting OmniCC. No worries. I did remember that I had to do it. Hopefully it's the correct profile. It should be called, like, something Jack. I don't know. I took it from Atomic Jack, like the baseline of it, the YouTuber. But then I tweaked it to how I wanted it, because he had, like, every cooldown and stuff, and I was like, nah, there's no way I'm tracking absolutely everything. This is insanity. I'll just track the things that are important to me. But you can always then edit it yourself, right? If you ever want to edit it, it's... The only things I messed with were dungeons, priority settings and stuff like that, and then what spells you can see. And then you just basically toggle them on or off, and you can look into offensive, defensives, and utility. But I didn't mess around with raid, because it seems like it's just too much for raid. Or arenas, because I don't do arenas yet. How important is a really good filler rotation in terms of your overall M+? Or is it almost all of your mileage from not clipping, fixating ads, and getting great CC windows? I mean, filler is important because it's what allows you to set yourself up, right, for your actual burst windows. But there's still a fair amount of damage in your filler, right? Like, what we're classing as filler, like anything outside of a heart window, I guess. It's still important to, like, get abilities in. Like, you still... Let me have a look at overall. Yeah, you can see, like, Blackout Kick, right? Blackout Kick I only really ever use as a way of gaining chi or as a filler when there's nothing else to press. And it's still doing 8.10% of my damage, right? So it's not like... If you are doing your filler poorly and not Blackout Kicking enough during the downtime, you're losing out on a lot of damage because it still slaps. Tiger Palm, I wouldn't worry as a damaging ability. It's literally just a way of getting chi. Like, Spot Tiger Palm on this list. Spoiler alert, it's really low. Like, it's not there for damage. It's literally there for chi generation. But you're basically like trying to set yourself up a lot of the time for burst windows. Playing the filler is just as important. I guess in terms of that, it's like things like knowing that a heart window's coming up, right? So in your filler, you know that if you pop a Fist of Fury now, you're going to have it for your heart window. But if you, or you time it badly, and you Fist of Fury before your heart window during quotation mark filler period, then you have to delay your Strike of the Windlord, because otherwise then you're not going to get a Fist of Fury in. Or, you know, not using, or like Rising Sun kicking, for instance, when Whirling Dragon Punch still has a really long cooldown, it's probably more worthwhile to use Spinning Crane Kick. Depending on what hero talents you're taking, changes if you're taking Zoon's Bond. But you get the idea, right? Like, filler is still important. There's definitely still damage there, but yes, a lot of it will come from your burst windows, right? But Spinning Crane Kick, you see all my damage, but that's not just from proc Spinning Crane Kicks. That comes from baseline Spinning Crane Kicks as well, that I press as like my main form of filler outside of Fist of Fury. Yet, question mark? Oh god, what did I say? What did I say? I don't even remember, Dancer. I'm cooked, bro. oh, it was PvP, wasn't it? I mean, I've been considering trying out PvP eventually. I don't know how well it will go and how good it will be, but it's something I might dabble in, trying to see if I can actually PvP. I'm sure it will go horrendously. However, I'm pretty ghosted. I did one arena skirmish, and it was a 3v2. I was in the 2, and I cast a Celestial Conduit, and everybody died. So I'm pretty goated at PvP at this point, I'd say. I'm pretty damn good. If that's anything to go off of. You thought in AoE we use Bok more often than single target? I mean, not baseline Bok. If it's glowing, which means you're at 4 stacks, I guess, or if you're you got a proc and you need chi or something, then sure. But like baseline to baseline, Spinning Crane Kick will be better in more targets. But then there's the other thing into consideration you also have to consider is preparation. Because Spinning Crane Kick costs double the amount of chi as Blackout Kick. So if you're constantly spinning crane kicking, you need to know that you're going to have enough chi for your mini burst window or burst window coming up, that you're not expending it all and putting yourself out resourceless. So sometimes you will mix a Blackout Kick into there just to use one less chi, for instance, that can then set you up for a Fist of Fury. You know, like, there are a lot of niches to it. But generally, yeah, I'll baseline Spinning Crane Kick over a Blackout Kick in AoE. Are there moments where even if you play perfectly, you can still end up running out of resources and have empty globals? Yes. Yeah. Completely normal for Windwalker. Like, it's a lot less prominent now. If you played Season 1, Windwalker, like, it was horrible because our haste was super low. But yeah, it can happen. I'd say it happens a lot less in M+. But in raid bosses and stuff, you will hit natural downtime. It usually happens like, I don't even know what time of the fights, right? But it'll be like outside of mini burst windows. It'll be outside of your main cooldowns, outside of last PIs if you get it. It could easily be like around like the 1 minute mark every time, like 30 seconds for what you call it. Or if you don't get lucky, yeah, let's say you're in periods where you don't get very good Flight of the Red Crane, for instance, or you've been a little bit unlucky with Energy Burst, it is completely normal to have like periods of downtime. They're not like crazy long, but it's easy to just kind of sit there for a sec and like try to build up energy again. And then you just kind of like, you feel like, oh my god, I want to press my buttons, I want to press my buttons. Thanks for your guides on YouTube and live streams. I've managed to get 16 Resil on my Windwalker Monk, only 676. Teach me your ways. How did you get the Priory? I'm having such a bad time. Help. I'm glad the videos helped. You've already outdone me. The student becomes the master. Actually, I cannot get this key done. It's like my kryptonite. I do find myself having the problem of setting myself up right for the burst, so I'm either out of chi or energy. I think it's less punishing in your massive cooldown window, but mini burst windows, I think it can be really an issue. Because I think because of odd elements and the haste that you get from popping Zoo and stuff like that, even if you're like really depleted on resources, you actually get away with it with your massive cooldowns just because of what I've just like said, you know. And then you get Celestial Conduit as well when you channel that. To gain resources back, and when it pops, you get all the celestial buffs. It's the mini heart windows, I think, that catches people out and prepping before them, because you'll see a mini heart window coming up, and I do this myself as well. Like I still get it wrong sometimes, and you'll be like, right, I'm sat on, I don't know, let's say 2 chi. You're sat on 2 chi, pretty low energy, for instance, and you have strike up, and fist is about to come up. So then you strike of the Windlord, and then you'll be like, oh shit. And then you Tiger Palm, and you won't have enough of Fist of Fury, and then you're waiting for your Tiger Palm to come back, and then you Blackout Kick to do it, and then you Tiger Palm, and at that point, you cannot get your Fist of Fury out. It's a little bit harder to show when I've got full energy, but you get the idea, right? Like, you, if you're at low chi and you try to send out, it's actually probably better just holding off, because not getting the Fist of Fury in is worse. 'Cause if you get caught out in the 2 chi situation, you have to Blackout Kick in between, right, to get the next Tiger Palm. I mean, technically, you can be really cheeky and do like a Crackling Jade Lightning for like a split second, but you're probably going to Blackout Kick, right? And then you have to Tiger Palm again. At that point, you're looking at the time and you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh no, I'm not going to tank your 17 Priory. I appreciate the offer, but no, take a real comp. No, I'm not going to be the reason that tanks. Thank you so much. You go complete that with some real players. Double Monk's not impossible, but get yourself like a Death Knight or something. It would be bad to run to. No, it would be awful to run to. Thanks for the answers. Insightful and clear as always. I'm glad they help. Sometimes I think that when I'm answering, I'm like, am I even making sense? So I'm glad I'm making some sort of sense. I'm just going to grab a drink real quick, and then I'll actually run some more dungeons, because I've just been yapping for a little bit, but there were questions that needed answering. But I won't be too long. I'll be like 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll do this Mechagon? Mechagon? I think that's it. Yeah, Mechagon. Thank you for the follow, Shepherd. Appreciate it. All right. More dungeons, more dungeons, more dungeons, more dungeons. We're going to take the usual suspects for this. You know the drill. I've dabbled with Unholy DK here, and I think Unholy DK is good, but I feel more comfortable without one. I just feel more comfortable playing with boomies. Honest to God, I don't know what it is. I think I've meta-brained myself into thinking they're the best for myself. Thank you also, Hot the Heretic 99. Great name. Great name. I'm gonna wait for another tank. I need people. Multi-rank 1. I mean, they could be. They easily could be multi-rank 1, and I'd believe them. But I want to take people for this that have done all 16s and a 17 at least, I think. Just because, you know, deplete, like, I mean, you know the drill. It's exactly what happened with this motherload, right? Deplete it, and I'm doing a key that gets me nothing. So I might wait a little bit. Like this, for instance. He's done 17s and 16s. I will take this Demon Hunter. He is called Depletovich, but I'm sure the name doesn't... I'm sure the name doesn't matter. I'm sure that's not what he's going to do to my key. We'll take a Disc Priest to then complement the Demon Hunter. I mean, this mage has got good score. Good keys. We'll take the mage, and then we'll wait for a big boomy. Selenos is decent. They've got all 16s. But if I can get one that's at least in a 17... I know it sounds like so small, and it's such a small difference, but if it can give me any slight edge in the chance of completing it, I'll try to take it. And then you have tons of these Unholy DKs that sign up, and they're good. But in my opinion, I am taking the... my slot is the Unholy DK slot. Just having the extra verse buff, having beam, vortex, AoE damage that hits all targets even if they're not stacked up. I mean, like, I just can't not. Why don't you make a physical comp? Wouldn't that be better for 5%? It's not a bad idea, but I've just had bad experiences with a physical comp. Like, just personally, I've had some good ones, some bad ones, but I feel like recently, if I'm timing keys and stuff, it tends to be with this comp that I'm making. So it's literally, that's the only reason. Physical comp would be better, and it would complement my sort of, the Windwalker, right? But I just don't like it. I just think you run into so many issues that are probably easier to do in a pre-made with all the melees and stuff. I don't know. But you are right. It probably, like, end of day would be better. I'm gonna delist and just look for another boomy. I find it crazy that people are doing 17s, 18s, and somehow I struggle to time an 8 with pugs. Total chaos. I mean, you can have that issue at all keystone levels. I mean, I've had days where I'll deplete 15s like 7 times in a row, and it just is what it is. There's like, and it feels like it's completely out of your control. You know, like it's all keystone levels. It's not just like lower keystones, higher ones. I think probably lower ones can be a bit rougher because usually at lower keystone levels, people might be like learning their specs still and stuff. Or leveling a character and stuff and still learning. So you might have a bit more difficulty there, or learning the dungeons as well. Like, usually, at least at like 17s and stuff, you hope people know the dungeons. Yeah, you hope they do. Is it worth to buy a house of cards on Heroic with dinars? Are you likely to get a Mythic house of cards at any point soon from doing Mythic One-Armed Bandit? Because that matters immensely. Yeah, I mean, just like Maelstro says, simming. I would always recommend the sim on top of everything. But if you aren't going to ever like realistically get a one-on bandit House of Cards from Mythic anytime soon, like within the next few weeks or so, basically before the next dinars, then you might as well, because the difference between not having a House of Cards and having a House of Cards is immense at the moment. However, if you have a normal House of Cards, then the difference is actually not as much as you might think. So there's a lot of like things that go into it, and it's going to be completely dependent on your character's current situation. So that's why simming is always like advised. But then on top of that, if you are never realistically going to get a Mythic House of Cards, then you might as well get the Heroic version if you have no other way of guessing it. But if you then run Heroic one on Bandit and you can get it in the Vault, you see what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of different pathways. And it's like, if you can get the Heroic version from your Vault or from killing the boss, maybe it's better to actually send your dinars in a Sephorium or something. Let me just get this up real quickly before I do the key. If you go to like raid bots and you do Droptimizer, you can do Droptimize. Oh, god damn it! I have to sim C. I need to also teleport to this dungeon. Operation Mechagun. If you sim C, you can do like the Puzzling Cartel chips version of this, and you can do like 2 sims: one for Hero at max eye level, one for Mythic at max eye level. And this is a good way of seeing like what you'll get the most value from your Puzzling Cartel chips. It's a really simple sim to do, but I highly recommend it. Vengeance Demon Hunters isn't going to know how to play around a Binding Shot, but they sure as hell know how to play around a Boomy Beam. True. True, because they run every single dungeon with a Boomy. Alright, massive pull. El Clasico. Live or die by this pull. We do this successfully, and happy days. The double skip here is interesting. The double skip here is probably going to be either Mind Soothe into he pulls it into a corner, we go this corner and Nelf, or he pulls it all into this corner and then we run past. One of the two. Probably have to get there first. We'll find out. We won't worry about that too much yet. Get past the first pull. You can always buy a boost. Boosts aren't cheap. Alright, I mean, I already readied up, right? I don't know why I did it again. I'm trolling. One can trade me Swift Flask. I'll pay. Only have Chaos. I can trade a Chaos. This druid just messaged me and asked me, am I true Biss? What does that even mean? My true Biss? Yes. I'm not just 683 for the sake of it. Otherwise, I'd still run Cersei's, right? This is my definition of true Biss. I lost a bit of damage for sustainability. I would always make that trade every day of the week.
4,
So,
3,
yeah, I guess technically true Biss.
1.
If that's how we define true Biss.
In order to stop my father, we need to infiltrate the city itself.
Although true Biss means nothing if I don't do damage, or if I don't kill all of these.
Wait, what's this?
Rocket barrage.
Some surface dwellers.
Rocket barrage. Detonated. Rocket barrage.
Caution to anyone sitting in the splash zone. Watch out for blood!
Detonated. Rocket barrage. I cannot move forward.
Or defensive here. Just be safe. Just be safe. Oh, you should have popped the defensive. Oh, they're a healer. They don't have defensives. We just die then. Not enough CC. Not enough CC. Just not enough CC. Oh my god. How do we just not have enough CC for this? Oh, just not enough damage. Oh, I can't believe every time I do a 17, we just don't have enough damage to deal with this. Healer didn't use fear. I mean, true, they didn't use fear. Should have used fear. No, lol. Haha. Haha. It's not a resilient key. Yeah, true. Healer didn't use fear. Like the druid messaged me. Healer didn't use fear. Should yeah. True. Oh man, that was such a big healer as well. Like they had 17s in their bag, but not using your full kit and then dying. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the healer. Like I don't even care what the mage's damage is. It shouldn't be high. Boomy did good damage. I did meh damage, average. But if we had the extra fear, that adds to the CC chain, right? Just didn't fear. Oh, pain and suffering. I love running pugs.
Good maintenance.
Didn't use CC at their disposal. Not my key, not my problem. Just gonna go queue into another 17. Sorry, a little bit of tweaking there. A little bit of tweaking. It's because it looks so good. We had a good CC chain for a while there, and then even if he feared, I think we were maybe one CC chain off. But if we all defensive, like at least one of those, you survive it. We were just missing one piece of the puzzle, right? And there's the argument for maybe he couldn't fear, he had to heal at that point, and I get that. I do get that. And maybe that was the situation, but it doesn't make it feel any better to deplete my key within 1 minute of starting it, you know? Especially when it looks so good. That's like the best 17 I've done in a pug so far, which is really depressing when you think about it. But we killed almost all of those bots but 2. And the biggest issue is you can't paralysis them. So, like, even though I have paralysis up, they're immune to paralysis. So I'd use my natty kick on 1. I'd use leg sweep. I used ring. I was completely done at that point. Does fear not work on those? Okay, fear doesn't work. That's fine. That's fine as well. If fear doesn't work, then at that point, then we just didn't have enough. Just didn't have enough for it. Okay, then okay. In that case, it's the same thing as paralysis. Then in that case, not the healer's fault. Group's fault then. Nobody had enough. We just didn't have enough damage then. I don't know. I'm looking for excuses because I'm trying to cope. In that case, then probably just not enough damage. And that comes down to me, I guess. I just didn't do enough damage, so my fault. My fault. At the end of the day, then. Fuck. 300 too high for a 16. Overlap, I think, or damage. I don't even know if we overlapped. It looked like a good CC chain. Demon Hunter went first into Boomy. I think the mage then did something. Then I went leg sweep. Then I went ring of peace. And then I went natty kick. But then the detonate went out at that point. And it was only one detonate, which is survivable. Because no one else died, right? I think we all popped defensives. Healer died, though. But I don't really think they have defensives, right? Lol. I think it was overlap, because Demon Hunter, Mage, and Boomy should be possible to do it solo. Potentially, yeah. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last mental breakdown. Fuck it. I'm gonna mix things up. I'm tilted. I'm mixing things up. Get the shaman in here. Rep paladin? Get in here, mate. Oh, protection warrior? Everybody's in. Get them all. Get the boys. Get the boys. We're going melee. We're going melee cooked comp. Script. Get the DK in here. Yep. Get him in. My mental knows no better. I invited you. Don't cancel. That's so rude. What is this comp, you might ask? This is I'm tilted. I'm gonna take anything and see if it works.
To prevent my father from eradicating all organic life, we need to gain entry into its
How do I pry the
territorial
caster mobs you need to interrupt?
Luckily, the flying
In a
mechanical
pug, it's
terror that
difficult, right?
controls
In a
this
pre-mage, you
region
can have
controls
icons on top of them, and you can say, like, okay, PK, you're going to do the star.
Attacking it head-on would be
AJ, you're going to be
ill-advised.
focusing on
Disabling
square.
its remote power nodes
Usually, I'll
will render
click.
it vulnerable. The nodes are
I'll
scattered
usually
throughout the
either...
jungle.
There's two ways I do it. The first way is bad, where I will literally prio-focus a caster, just to make sure I get the interrupt on them, which is probably the bad thing to do. But I do that quite a lot, but it works sometimes, which is probably not the recommendation. The other way I'll do it is I'll be hitting the actual prio target, which isn't usually a caster. And then if I see something casting, I will just end up left-clicking on it. Like, sometimes if it's like last second, I'll tab and I'll... Usually your tab targeting is meant to be smart, right? And it smart targets it. But I found recently that's not always the case. So I'm trying to get more into the habit of actually left-clicking with my mouse button, which to me is a really foreign concept and not something I've done a lot of, so I'm getting more practice with it. But I'm genuinely, like, getting better at left-clicking into interrupts and stuff. It's definitely helped with this player profile, I think. But it feels weird as a melee to do that. But I think it can be the better way to do it. Your comp's good as long as I know how to play. I trust the boys. These are the boys. Most of them are just playing wacky characters. Look at this Windwalker. Imagine playing that. Oh, guess we need invis, or we play that group at the end. We can invis pot. Oh my god, we're invis potting. Bloody hell, I hate invis potting. For one sole reason, and that's because I'm a lazy goblin. I'm a lazy goblin and I macro my pot. Oh my god. I guess we're going old school. And just got to remember not to pot 5 minutes before the skip. That could go bad. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Am I resilient 16s? Nope. Hell, nope. That's the best part of all of this. I'm not resilient 16s because I just cannot get into a group that can do this 16 priority. So it makes everything so much worse. Everything's so much worse. If I find a good feral, make him your partner. Put a ring on that thing. Oh, what sort of CC do we have for this? Yeah, of course, the Paladin's Blind doesn't work. Ah, I'll be fine. It's only a 16, lads. Let's just pull it. Okay, can stun and knock up after warrior. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I trust in us. And now, because I've told everybody that I trust them, we will have a... That's confidence boost buff that I've just given everybody. They all now feel trustworthy.
4, 3, 2,
So now we're all, like,
1.
we're in good spirits. But I will have a Menti B if we wipe this. Big Menti B.
In order to stop my father, we need to infiltrate the city itself. And that means passing through
Alright,
the robo.
speed this guy up so we can actually go get some ads.
Rocket barrage. Sapphire. Rocket barrage.
Oh my god, what is this? I can't see anything. I thought we were doing a totem, boys.
Rocket barrage.
Didn't look like a totem. That looked like a leg sweep, I'll be quite honest. No. Oh. It wasn't even that bad. I guess he totemed earlier. Yeah, that's on me then. He definitely did it. It's fine. No Menti B. No tweak. No damage. We're good. Everything's fine.
The city's entrance is located just past this arena. You must hold your ground until we can.
I'll also be honest, I forgot to pop. That's at least 10 million damage I lost. Give or take 9 mil. Give or take 10 mil, actually. Why does that sometimes not knock you up? We might have to be careful here, right? Oh no, they're all spawning on that one player. Unlucky bozo. Who is it all spawning on? The shaman? Ooh, get wrecked. How do you spawn the mecha buffer? Because sometimes it spawns and sometimes it doesn't. Do we have to do something wrong for it to spawn? So I don't even know what it does. It's just sometimes there. You know what I mean? And it doesn't look like it... Oh, this is bad. This is actually horrible. What are we doing here? Holy shit. Sir, I'd like to move out of this position, I'll be honest. Thoughts? No, we're fine with this? Yep, alright. Ah, nice. There are already bombs here waiting for us. My favorite. This is what I love to see. Bombs on my arrival? Sweet. This guy has a shield on him. There is a bomb on top. Are we not gonna break the shield? We fine? What are we doing? Okay, we got the shield. Cool. Oh, shit. The 4U needs a little bit more damage on it. They're not... I need a lot more damage on it, actually. Haha! Playing melee's so cursed! What are you doing? Hehe. I know I have this knock-up on me, but if I dash at the last second... Like, huh? What do you mean? Just... anything but run it over me, please. Luckily, that wasn't the ability that one-shots. That will just knock you up. So at least that, I guess. But you know what? I shouldn't even doubt the boys. We have this in the bag. It's easy timed now. Easy timed. True. 2 AoE mobs. Okay, we'll just have to be good on CC here. You don't actually have to consta CC these. You just need to make it not line up with the drill. That's like death. So you just watch the gunk timers and make sure they never line up with the pummels, basically. So they're a little bit desync, but I think it's fine. Another drill coming in, so we'll leg sweep that one. I think at this point we're okay to let it cast. Then the healer can build you back up. I mean, like, in an ideal world, you probably do just constantly CC it. But a lot of the times, like, eventually a cast will go off, and it's just making sure it doesn't line up with the drill, right? Unfortunately, this is the sort of dungeon you can't two-chest. Well, I mean, you can if you're good at the game. This is a sort of dungeon I can't two-chest. But getting an 18 off of this would be... What we skipping? I don't have my Invispot, Chief. Where are you taking me, boy? What? Are we just taking the gunk? Are we just taking, like, 10 stacks of gunk? I guess, shit. I guess we are. That was a cool skip. I've never done it like that before. I kind of scuffed my coolies here. Try and get some interrupts going. I mean, that was not bad, actually. That was a huge, good skip. Good pathing from the tank. This tank is a demon. He knows what's cracking. Dogs are a little awkward, but I wanted to pop my cooldowns there so I actually get them up for the start of the boss. Ideally, would be good. Which dog is casting first in the chain? This guy's next, so if we paralysis him, it does nothing. Next dog is an 8 seconds, so if we can try and get a leg sweep just before that, big. I will interrupt there. It casts while he CC'd! Well, that's some bullshit. It looks like the paladin got double jumped on. Is that even possible? I guess. Hey, these guys are making my damage look bad. Maybe... No, keep him on the ground. He's making me look like a chump. It's alright, we got the boss. We'll blast this boss. Wait, how are we doing this, actually? Are we skipping that dog in the corner? What? Yeah, I guess we are. Sure. Bro, we are... This is timed, by the way. I don't mean to alarm you, friend, but this is a timed dungeon. Oh, just don't be greedy here. Don't be greedy here. Just go. Just go. Don't be greedy. Oh, healer, that was naughty. Do we have anyone that can cheese this? I don't think so. We've got to be careful here because the box is close. Just move out slightly. Off I go then. Mini burst window this set. And then we will full send the next set. Look out below. Good positioning by the tank as well. It's not putting us in any, like, really awkward situations. And then we'll have all our cooldowns for after this. Which way he's going? He goes left. I have noted this. Ow. One mini burst window should be about... I should be able to get that out here. Yeah. I don't mean to alarm the DK, but... That's rough, buddy. I'm gonna catch you on these bosses. Yeah. That is rough. Oh, get it? Because we're on the dog boss? Rough. I'll see myself out. Oh, I finally don't get one. Still gotta move out, though. We're not gonna greed this gentleman. Let's be real with ourselves. Longest boss fight in existence. Is the goal not to do this dog then? What? Is the goal to skip this dog? I mean, I guess so, right? Well, I mean, it got pulled. I mean, just bring it to the next area. We're gonna lose so much downtime here. Okay, we're just gonna send it. Okay. I mean, not that long, right? Like 30 extra seconds added. That's not going to make or break the key, is it? No, it's... Why does it do this sometimes? Like, sometimes you're lighter than air and it will just stop midway through. Oh, Blizzard. At least it didn't fall all the way down. That's so bad. Like, you should just be able to easily do that with a lighter than air.
Attention, citizens. Please remain in your domiciles. Guards are currently en route to quell.
Are they gonna snap? Okay.
Wish you had lasted
I hate my life.
longer.
Get me out. Alt F4. Log me out. I'm done. They did snap. They didn't? Yeah, they're up here. Hello? What is this? I'm having a bad day in the office. What guys did you guys get for Mythic Gallywix? 21. I reckon they're having fun doing this dungeon without... I have to make this skip now, otherwise I'm wasting too much time. And it does at that time, sure. So that's what should have happened first time. Do you reckon they've noticed I'm not there? Oh my god, I'm just having a bad day. We are not having fun right now.
Anti-personnel squirrel.
Oh my god, double dogs. How does this happen? Hello everybody, I'm here. What are we doing? We're on the guards. Okay, hello. I'm here to pump some damage.
I do not have a target. You dismantled a few of my lesser inventions. Let us see.
Oh, we're only on this? Okay, we're only on this. Oh, I didn't miss that much fun then. Oh, it just kind of screws everything though, because I really like having my cooldowns for the mini-boss here. Play pack on boss. Okay, we're dead. Do we need to play the pack on the boss? What if it goes wrong? Yeah, I would not, honestly. Have to I-2ing? What does that even mean? Oh, have to I think? Holy, we got some That's some good deciphering. I had no clue what he said. I thought he was meant to like say I have 2 tank or something. I was like, what the fuck are you on? Okay, if pulling everything, I cannot send coolies here then. Have to, I think. I mean, I don't think. Like, I know I ran it down a little bit and we lost a couple deaths, but
The invaders had made it past the outer
I
defense.
don't think we have to.
Distance removed from my city.
I've seen more criminal stuff than what I've done in this dungeon.
Rest assured, these organisms will be expunged from.
I mean, not that much more. What I did was really criminal, but...
Do not allow these bots to detect you.
Oh, is that in the circle?
Remaining with their steam will shield you from their sensors.
I'm just jiggy with it. If you focus Tinkerer down and then chain into boss, that can be done. Okay, I'll focus on the Tinkerer.
Warning.
Thank you for following Malikos.
Flash detected.
Oh no! VR? What does that even mean? VR? No, it wasn't too bad. He got back here really quick, actually. Yeah, alright. I'll focus on the Tinkerer. I mean, we got coolies. This seems so unnecessary. Oh, this feels like we're just gonna die. Like, why did we do this? Whose idea was this? Like, what did we gain from this? Where's the Tinkerer? Give me a bitch. Like, I get that you do this on higher keystones. I do. I mean, it was successful, but it didn't feel very fun. Ow. I'm having such a bad dungeon. Oh, I'm having a nightmare. It's like, what is the goal there? Because it looked like we didn't deal Spark Flux at all. Like, it looked like we dealt no damage to Spark Flux. So if you're not damaging the boss, what are you trying to achieve? Or did we just do... Oh, I need to shut up. Oh, I need to shut up. If I die one more time, my gear goes red. Well, that was the worst spark flux I've ever done in my life. Guess that meant boreal. What is this, by the way? It keeps sending out the flames. Awesome. Oh, the tank's already gone, which means we're all at half health if we pulled. Sure. I guess they were fake. Noted, noted. Yeah, I'm having an awful day. I don't think I'm going to do any more after this. Sometimes it's okay to call it early. On the plus side, tomorrow will be a bit of a later stream, but I will be playing with my pre-mades. That's kind of cool, right? I get to troll their dungeons instead now. Don't tell them what happened here in this Mechagon. Well, we'll just keep that to ourselves, yeah? Yeah. What's my pre-made's comp? Vengeance, Demon Hunter, Boomy, Discipline Priest, and then Evoker of either variety. So, not a comp that you'd expect. Why does this guy Giga Wallop on cooldown? On the plus side, I still have my invisibility pot. So at least I haven't trolled in that regard. Now, time is really good as well. Well, like, really good on time. So I guess we're envisaging this, yeah? This was the whole point, yep. What would be an ideal comp for M+? I think probably some variation of the physical god comp would probably be the best for a Windwalker. But honestly, I think the best answer is, I don't know, a comp that... I don't know, like, you can play whatever, really. Like, I like playing with the Evoker because he's good at what he does, right? But I guess, like, on paper, the technical best comp is, like, some version of physical comp. I don't know, something along the lines of, Prot Warrior, Enhanced Shaman, Feral, maybe Marksmanship Hunter, Disc Priest. You probably get an Outlaw Rogue in there, potentially. I don't know, something along those lines would probably be the best sort of comp. If you're, like, trying to all benefit from buffs and stuff. I'm actually really surprised how good our time is for this one so far. And I refuse to believe it's because of the skip or the ad push. Impossible, couldn't be that. But it probably helped. I don't know. Like, in my mind, I feel like we saved no time there. I'm not saying it's bad, but the reason I say I feel like we saved no time there was because by the time all the ads were dead, the boss was still on, like, pretty much 100% health. because we spent the entire time focusing on clearing the ads anyway, right? So obviously that means we did it badly. I think the idea is not to kill all the ads, right? Like, you kill the Tinkerer then, yeah? And then the idea is to constantly get shields, right? For players, so then you stand inside the shield. From my understanding, that makes sense, right? That's like how you're actually meant to play it. Whereas we did it, and I'm sure like literally no one here has done it before. And we were all just like running around like headless chicken. It says it's on me, but it's not on me. This boss is cooked. Cussing beam on PK Porner, except it's not. Enhanced Feral Windwalker prop, yeah. I mean, that's like BIS, right? But there's probably like a couple things you can change in there. Depending on the dungeon and stuff. Like, I'm sure a marksman wouldn't go amiss in that sort of comp. But like, the main reason you're running that sort of comp is because everyone brings a buff that physicals can benefit from. Please don't move it. Oh my god. I need to shut up again. Like, usually I can yap and play, but today there's something wrong. There's something wrong with me. Hi, will you play Mop? I think I'll test it out. I'll play a bit of Mop if the, like, time doesn't, like, clash with raiding. I'm just gonna get hit here. I'll take it. I mean, I don't think I killed them, right? Yeah, I'll definitely give it a go, but if it, like, clashes with, like, next tier, I guess, then I'll have to stop playing it. It really depends on when they release it, and then when they release the next tier. But I'd like to see what Windwalker was like in its original iteration. I hear it sucked. I can't wait. But if I do play it, it'll probably be super casual. Just like leveling, picking my carrots, doing my dailies. Actually, no, I refuse to do dailies. Maybe some dungeons. Yeah, what even did you do in Mob? Scenarios? They had some scenarios. That's kind of cool, right? Am I just dead here? I probably am. Yeah.
Simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
There's no point even reviving me. I'm on full red gear. I'll just die again. Oh, I should have rolled to the left, but I didn't want to roll on top of another player. Guys, this might be the worst dungeon I've run on stream, performance-wise. I actually don't think I've played worse than any other dungeon. What did we do? We failed the skip. Please, I'm not going to take your CR. We failed the skip. Do they need... No, they don't need me. I failed the skip, got angry, so I tried to catch up, rolled off the platform into the dogs, got killed by the dogs, rezzed, got killed by the dogs again, died on the boss, died on the other boss. Did I just get score for that? I did not just get score for that. I got score for this. Oh, yes, of course, because my last mecha gun I did was literally 0.01 seconds left. Well, that was the worst performance I've ever put in. Deserved my score. I deserve score for that. And I got a dark. Oh my god, this game. Blizzard! There should be a way that you can pick your keystone if you already have a keystone to that level. Reroll, you can go, if you've got a 17 and you've completed that 17, you should be able to re-roll it to another 17. Otherwise, you're doing infinite of the same key. Yeah? Sound good? I'm going to message them. I'm sure they'll do it for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm definitely like burnt to a crisp, I think. A little bit burnt out. Tomorrow will be later. It won't be like an early in the day stream. I'm trying to still work on that video for the underpin, but I want it to be like, I don't want it to just be a video where it's just like 5 minutes of me killing the underpin. I want to put some actual creativity into it. So I don't know when that will be out. I actually want to put some like thought into that video. So that might be a little while. And then I might stream on Saturday, but probably not. I think I'm actually doing stuff on Saturday. I'm doing real life stuff, you know? Yay! Touching grass. And make sure you at least touch grass at least once a week. It's important. But yeah, no real score today. I mean, we had a good run in Horrific Visions. I'll probably keep doing some Horrific Visions at the start of every stream, just to like kind of get back into it. I also think it's fun and challenging, so whilst it's like that, it's interesting to play. And then back to Mythic Plus. But tomorrow, if I'm ever going to get the 16 Priory, it'll be tomorrow of the pre-mades. Because we can actually communicate and get this done. And plus, they'll invite me to their Priory group, which is kind of cool, right? But we'll have to see. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Sorry that last key went atrocious. Thanks for all the subs and the follows and the hanging out and the lurking and all the rest of it. Have a nice Thursday evening. It is Thursday, right? I hope it's Thursday. I lose track of time so easy. And yeah, hopefully catch you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye. Hello, are you ending stream? Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy. Yeah, I am ending stream. I'll stream later tomorrow, so hopefully the schedule will sync up then. Okay, bye.